Hello, hello. Yes, I'm late. It was last minute, guys. And my iPad doesn't have a lot of charge, but I'll go on my phone if I have to. I'm sorry about it. But like I said, it was last minute. I just drew myself together really quick. Hagatha, it's fine. Hello, Richard Cranium, you crazy fucker. Tessie, nice to see you. Barbara Buffalo, Hula Baloo, Texas Granny, Mike Concho, Cluckers, Shark Hitters, Christine. We have Debbie. My eyes aren't doing that good. Lambrow, Freya. I'm sure Easy someplace. Barry. Glass City, nice to see you. Indiana, Katie Coe. There's Laura, Texas. Jen, how you doing? Spanky. Did I get everybody? Yeah. Little Willow, nice to see you. Yeah, last night was a, shit show. I'm just going to discuss this body camera thing for a minute because last night, obviously, there was a reason why it wasn't played. I could have played it. I still could have played it. No problem whatsoever. But then the threats start coming in and all this stuff that I'm at the point that I don't give a fuck. If I want to see it, I want to see it. And they cannot deny that, somebody texted me from some, spoof number or whatever. And like, how can I do this to Betty and to Brandon? Now, when people say Brandon, I really don't put it with Pipe. I just know him as Pipe. So I'm going to say Pipe. Belle's not doing anything to hurt anybody. If this was, I said it, I was into body cams, whatever. Is it kind of like a little bit more exciting because it could be somebody I know? Yeah. But it's not to make fun. It's not to make, back in the day, I used to put, the huge queen size blankets in a twin size. I changed prices on shit. I just didn't get caught. That's it. I don't think it's anything to be embarrassed about. I don't know what was in his pocket. Somebody told me just a straw. This is what everybody's having a nervous breakdown. And when somebody asks me, hey, Dave Brown, when somebody asks me or tells me or threatens, like, we all defended what? No. From the minute, even before I said anything about going to rehab, people were making fun. I'm a drunk, I'm this and that. I say I'm going to rehab. They still are. There's lives, there's videos, there's chats, and I do have them. I can make a complimation or whatever that word is. I can make one. And yes, it was Watcher. It was Betty. It was Fumble. It was Hotspot. It was, if I see the names, I could tell you. But I will say this. Some did back off, like Watcher, and she admitted it. She point blank said, I didn't believe Belle until I spoke to her on the phone. And she did back off. But before that, she didn't. I'm not holding it against her. She did back off. But there are many people that didn't back off. And even the LaCroix videos, like implying like I'm lying. Like, oh, why does she have to say LaCroix all the time? It was a joke. It was my new thing. It was LaCroix. But trying to implicate that it was liquor. People still in chats and everywhere calling me a drunk. These people who are trying to tell me I'm a bad person because I'm going to play this. Now, I have no issues with Betty. And I do believe Betty stopped at some point too and stepped back. I noticed it. There wasn't videos, and I appreciate her for that. But some wacko fucking texting me that I'm hurting Betty. I said, Pipe could be her maid for all I fucking know. I don't know what their relationship is. Do I know 100% they were dating? No, she's never said it, nor did I hear it. My opinion, I think, she's just too good for him. I'm not saying he's a bad guy, and I don't mean because of the drugs. I just think she's too pretty. She's too whatever. I felt that she was just helping a friend who overstayed their welcome. That's it. I don't think anything else. So it's not, my intention was never to hurt Betty or hurt Pipe. And then you got, and then they text me and they said, or they put it someplace, Fumble did defend you. He just said on his video, I didn't defend Belle. I didn't care. I didn't give a fuck about what she was going through, basically. I could give a fuck. So he said it right there. He didn't. And I'm not doing this to get back at Fumble. I'm trying to make a point. When you have all done this to me, and even some to this day, nobody worried about me struggling. Everybody made fun of it and jokes and well, like I said, lives and everything else. But I'm being told, because I had an issue, that I should be more sympathetic. I had no ill intentions to begin with. There was no ill intention. There wasn't on my end. And if Jim's going to bring up and say whatever he's going to say, Jim has said it everywhere else. He's going to say it. Jim don't mind bringing up with him. That's it. As far as the chat bullshit, and that's what I didn't want. There was a whole bunch of haters and everybody intentionally popping up, coming in, causing disruptions, everything else. Somebody has something to say about Jim, make a statement in the chat. And then from that, you come up on panel and then discuss it with him. Repeating things over and over and over. No, that's not nice. And then that's for anybody. It could be for me, for Crazy Brad, if Ruben happened to be up here, whoever the fuck. You know what I mean? It's just, okay, enough already. That's not, I've respected the haters in the chat. Okay, Fast Eddie, before he comes in the chat, he's bashing me, right? Sometimes he says things in the chat, but I'm always nice. I always say hello to him. I'm not mean. I don't care. He says what he got to say. And then the minute he leaves the show, he's bashing me again. But nobody's given me or my chat or my channel that respect. That's it. And I don't care. I don't care. Everybody shows and reports on whatever the fuck they want to. They run with lies. They do whatever. So today I had a little bit of different feeling. Yeah, I want to see the video. Yeah, I can watch it anywhere. But yeah, I want to play it. I have no explanation that I got to give to anybody. No, I don't need to be sympathetic towards anybody. Hey, Jack and Effin, I don't have to. Who's your daddy? I don't have to give anybody respect. Nobody gave me respect, if that makes sense. Now, if this was about Watcher or Betty, absolutely, I would, because they did step back. They did. They stepped back. I would be like, okay, no, I'm not going to be running after and, showing or what. I'm trying to make a point. There were some that did try, and I want them to know that I appreciate it. But most of them didn't, and you all know it. So don't come at me. Hypocrites. And then you got Fumble making his video already, making threats. And the video wasn't even shown. And it wasn't going to be shown. But he had to make his threats. And do I really care? I think it's fucking hysterical. Put them up. I have them. Put them up. I'm not embarrassed by them. I mean, you sound like you're 10, but I would love to see them myself. I'll be laughing myself. And like I said, this could be a fucking body cam of myself. I would fucking play it. And fucking laugh at my stupid ass. You know what I'm saying? So today I had a different feeling about it. Just for the attacks of something I didn't even do and was not intentionally at all. I wasn't even thinking the way they want to twist it. And you still want to do threats. Okay. I'm going to do what I want to do then. Okay. Okay. So Buster said, JT told everyone to come to the shit show and for a wild time, and you defend JT. What a fucking joke. JT, that most horrible disrespect. Okay, so Buster, you're one of the most disrespectful people you have been towards me. Jim did tell everybody to come over, but it's one thing how for an hour of the show, it was fine. Things were disrupted in the beginning. Not everybody by chat. but then disrupted, and it became the hour of trashing Jim. I don't think Jim was saying, come over and trash me. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that. But you, I have seen you be, you've been disrespectful to me, to many, 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 many people. So whether you think it's a joke or not, I don't care. You support Fumble. You support other people that are jokes, who that do the same shit. So I don't care. You don't see me in chats talking about you. You don't see me on my panel making lives and videos and everything else about you. So I don't understand. I don't want it here. One time you need to say something respectfully, two times, sure. But the madness that happened. And yes, I was even upset with Leanne. Not because she was fighting with Jim, but just it became too much. Do I hate her? No, I still love and adore her. I don't think she's a problem. None whatsoever. Okay? Bob apologized. Bob needed to get it out. I think Bob was a little off last night. I was a little like, ooh, some of the things you say, I don't like the derogatory towards the women. But, it came out, it happened, it's done, it's over with. It happens other places. But Bob listened. He stopped when I asked him to stop. Or Bob, I would have taken Bob down. It was, hey, Grizzly, it was mostly just the chat at the end. And it was a lot. And I did check myself. Nobody else, not Easy, not Dale. Number one, they were on top of, it may not have been everyone because there was a lot. They were on top of nasty messages about Jim, about me, about whatever. Texas Granny and Barbara, I've explained. That's why I wanted to make you mods. Because I said there may be some things you are aware more because you watch more than I do. That somebody could be putting something in chat and I don't realize it's related. It could be related to Texas. It could be related to Barbara. It could be related to Jim. I don't know. If it's related to Crazy Brad or me or, even Leanne, I wouldn't know. But, Lacey, I would know some things. Yeah. I would take care of it. But that's why. And none of you guys have been attacked in this chat. And I would not allow it to happen. Okay? And yes, I think you get me now. Somebody comes in, calls, let's say, Jim a dick. No, you're not going to block them. You're not going to time them out. But there are certain things. Hey, homegrown. There are certain things that we're all aware of. I don't need to speak of them. That when they keep getting repeated, just block the fucking person. That's just being mean and nasty in my chat. Go do it everywhere else, wherever the fuck you want. Don't do it here because I'm not doing it to you. All right? So don't do it. And especially, Jim is more low-key on this channel than any channel. All right? Where he's bashing people, whatever. I don't mind. He could say some stuff. I want Jim to still be Jim. But Jim shows a lighter side on this show. Okay? And nobody's going to change my mind. Oh, what a horrible guy he is. Or what this or that. Buster, you have said some nasty shit. Okay? Because you believe Jim has done something more egregious. Doesn't absolve your bullshit. It just doesn't. Everybody else's bullshit doesn't get absolved. I've done some stupid bullshit on here. You know what I'm saying? But I have said, no. I know. I have said when I fucked up. When I fucked up with Lacey, right? Everybody is such a bad person. Lacey didn't even know. Kaylee didn't. Nobody knew. Lacey was the first person I texted. All right? And then I texted the rest of them. Not that I needed to text Kaylee or Betty, but I thought we were a little bit closer, and I felt very bad for Lacey. So I texted her, and they're like, oh, we didn't even see it. We didn't know. So I at least I step up and say it. But I'm not disrespecting anybody's chats. If I went into Watch Her Crazy's chat, and I'm just using her as an example, in Watch Her Crazy's, and I started pulling all the bullshit that was happening last night, I've seen Watch Her throw people out for less. No, not here. Not here. And I respect that. when she does that. And she has every right to do that. So imagine me or going into Fumble's chat. I wouldn't even be able to say hello. I'm coming in with a white flag. He'd be on my ass. So does everybody understand why it upsets me? It's disrespectful. And especially when I'm nice to you. Like Buster, I wasn't even mean to you right now. You know, I was just stating facts. It's like, if I'm giving you respect and I know you dislike me, how can't you just respect the people on panel? Jim has no problem with people coming up and talking to him. You know, I don't know. I just seen something last night I did not like. I don't want it. I was up all night. I have not slept. And I did. And I'm not saying that Jim don't bust balls, but I have to sleep with myself and I have to lay my head down. And I felt so bad for Jim. You know what I mean? It was coming from left sides, whether he all invited you or not. It's just, I don't know how else to explain it. But today, after the threats of nothing shown, people are just looking. Hey, Captain Molo, people are just looking for something to attack me on. They attack me on everything. Fucking everything. It's like, come on, get over it. But I'm supposed to, and I'm sorry, guys, not sorry. I'm supposed to be the understandable one and the sympathetic, but many weren't sympathetic towards me. So why do I got to be sympathetic towards anybody? No, I don't. I don't. Again, I'm not doing it to make fun of anybody. I'm not doing it. Betty didn't even cross my mind. It didn't even cross my mind. I'm supposed to know that this is going to hurt Betty. She didn't tell me that was her man. I've heard her say no. There was no intention. It wasn't like, oh, Betty, I'm going to get Betty. No. I've apologized to Betty. I'm done with the bullshit with Betty. There's no reason. We both said what we said. We did what we did. Oh, yeah, the link. We did what we did. And it's done and it's fucking over with. You know what I mean? But it's not to hurt anybody. And I don't care. People like, oh, you're Jim simp or whatever. Jim didn't tell me nothing. Jim, everybody seen not everybody, but people seen at the beginning of the show. No, Jim has not given me ultimatums. Jim has not told me to take wrenches away. Jim is going to say, like Jim tries to say certain things, but he's not controlling anything. He's not doing anything. It's Belle. So there's no reason to hate on him. And I'm not making any of my decisions. It's like, I'm not following. Some people won't follow people because Jim says so, which they have their own thing with Jim. If I'm just not interested. That's why I may not be in chats or don't follow people. I'm just not interested. It has nothing to fucking do with Jim whatsoever. Hold on. Another devil. Yes.
Hey, Belle, how are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I just want you to know, and I hate to start it out this way, but you and I talked several times today. We've had conference calls. Your boy Easy Now 90 is already acting like he's in control of the world. It didn't take more than 30 seconds for him to start undoing stuff that other mods are doing. So before we do anything...
What did he do? What did he do?
Well, I know that several people were timed out, and he untimed them because he said in his opinion, it was not an offense. So he does not get to make that decision. I don't understand why he's got any more. He doesn't even live in the United States. He's never come on panel. Nobody knows who he is. He's not a creator.
Actually, I'm the one who makes the decision. I want to know.
No, Did he? Okay, well, Belle, we're going to get this out in the open now because he's doing it and you don't know that this is going on.
What was said?
Hold on. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to call Barbara Buffalo, he's undoing her shit, and I'll let her explain it to you because I am not a mom. Okay, hold on.
Right. Easy knows there's certain things I'll let go.
Hey, Barbara, I got Belle here.
Barbara.
You're live on the show. Explain it because I don't understand this who's unblocking, who's timing out, who's not, whatever. Go ahead and explain what's happening like you did to me.
Barbara, please tell me too what was said.
Easy Now, as far as I know, has not undone anything.
Who has?
That I know of, I haven't seen anybody. The only thing is, apparently the mods don't know, that Belle has told us what to do. So they were just correcting things that's been normally happening.
Okay, you and I just, hold on, Barbara Buffalo, you and I just spoke, and you said it was easy now 90. You just said that. So here's what I want to, hold on, here's what I want to get around. If you're going to call somebody out behind the scenes, call them out on the fucking show. Who is the one, hold on, who is the one undoing it? I want their name.
It wasn't easy.
That I know of, nobody has undone. What I said to you on the phone was that Texas Granny got, I don't know where it's at in chat now, but told when she did something, he said that wasn't the way or something, and then Texas Granny said that's the way we were told. I think it was when she timed somebody out.
Okay, so she timed somebody out and he corrected her, right?
Yes. I mean, that's the way you want to put it, yes.
Okay.
Now, Barbara, when did this happen, and what was the comment? What was the comment, honey?
Belle, I wish I could remember. I don't even remember who it was to. It's on up in the chat. I'm trying to see if Texas Granny may be helping by telling me.
Yeah, ask her. Because I do know Easy showed proof of stuff that people weren't being unblocked. Now, again, if it says, I've already said it, any doxing, any bullshit that has to do with Jim that Texas and Granny know about, yes, take it out. If they call him a dick or an asshole, no, that's not means of just blocking or timing people out. We know the things that people come in like last night. Those are the things. Block them. It does not need to be repeated 23,000 times. Certain information about his life, and that could go for me, for Crazy Breath, for anybody. But for Jim, all anything personal, no. That is 100%. But what I'm saying
so
is,
I'll tell you what, hold on. Right now, nail Phil. Nail fucking Phil. I'll tell you what's gonna happen. Every time, here's what we're gonna do. If they're gonna call Mr. X Mark or whatever, it doesn't matter what they think. If they're not nailed, then what I'm going to do is the next thing I'm going to do, and I've got a list right here. I am going to read off Buster Brandemis's daughter's full name and address. We'll start there. Then we'll start getting into these people's homes. We'll start getting into their cars. We'll start getting into their fucking criminal records. If you can't control Easy Now 90, Belle, or you can't control, if we got to sit here and go over every complaint, then I'll just, and I've got people ready to do it.
Barbara just told you he didn't do anything and it was something with
he's correcting people. Do you want me to say he's correcting people? He doesn't need to correct anybody but himself. If other people want to make that comment, he is not King Ding Ding Mod. He's just a fucking limey fuck who's over here on this channel.
Okay, but Texas and Barbara even said, right? They may, which I think they understand now.
Dale, hey Dale, you'll be the next one. I know you're in Massachusetts. I mean, we can go there right away with you and Laura. It's very simple to me.
All I'm saying is, if it's something minor, and
how do you know is Dale C's wife's name, full name, and address minor? It is to me.
No, I'm agreeing with you. Stop it. I'm agreeing with you when it comes to that. Just take them out. And
okay, so Barbara, you heard that? Just take them out. Don't worry about Easy Now 90, Dale C, Leanne, any of these douchebags. Right.
But if they're just saying you're an asshole, don't take them out.
No, that's not what they're doing, and you know that's true. They're not saying people.
No, I don't see it.
They're in here. They're in. Belle, listen to me, because I'm only going to say this one more time, because either you're not getting it or you don't want to get it. The bottom, then we'll go and I'll go ahead and I'll put Homegrown Cowboys Wife's dealership in here. Next. It's the same fucking thing. Now, if I said his wife's an asshole and I don't know her, is that a fucking thing? This is either all the way or nothing. And what it is you've got haters in here, Belle. Absolute fucking haters that have a wrench. and they're already running people off. And we haven't even got into the show yet. They're doing the same thing they did last night.
Texas Granny, do you well, number one, you told me don't block anybody yet or do anything yet. Now, number two, Texas Granny and Barbara can easily work it out with Easy now and with Dale. And Barbara and Texas know exactly what to take out, Jim. Yes. No, doxing or putting your personal information or saying some things about you that, no, I don't want in here. No, they could take that out. But
Yeah, so
I'm not going to allow people.
She's not doing anything wrong. But it would be like
you an asshole.
Okay, Belle, you know what? It might not be. I mean, you keep using that term. I'll tell you what. It would be like me putting the name in the chat of Clucker's husband.
I understand. That should be taken out. I agree. I'm not arguing with that. I agree. But I don't think Easy is unblocking that. Yes.
All right, we'll see.
When we spoke on the phone today, me and you and Jim, I remember everything you said, and that is what I'm following. And Jim, I want to tell you, if you look at the chat, and I did say it on the phone today too, Easy Now 90 has actually defended you more.
Okay. Yeah. What you told me 20 minutes ago. I've seen 4 violations. I've seen 4 violations in the chat in the last 3 minutes.
And Jim, let me.
Why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? Why don't you make me a mod and make Easy Now 90 and some of these people have to deal with me?
Because I fucked this up too. When we're on screen here, it's taken care of, but we could still see the comment. We could still see the comment. I've made that mistake where Easy or Crazy Brett is taking care of it, and here I am taking care of it. But we only see in the back, it's taking out of the chat. And it is true. I don't want you to think that Easy Now is unblocking something that is really bad towards you. No, he's not going to do that. And he knows that wouldn't make me happy if he did that. He's going to agree with that.
So Barbara, Buffalo, and Texas Granny, just go ahead and nail them, and then we'll deal with the fallout later. Because I'm not going to go through this again tonight, Belle, because you don't have control of these motherfuckers.
No. Even Barbara 100%. Said Easy has defended you, and I did say
I don't need Easy Now 90 to defend me. I've got several
but I got several guys.
I got several screenshots last night where he was shitting on me. I don't need him to defend me. What I need him to
but not here. He wasn't shitting on you here.
Yes, it was 100% here. You're not reading the chat. Your people aren't reading the chat. They're doing it again. They're terrified. First of all, there's nobody here that gives a fuck about laying pipe. Let's just fucking be honest. The only reason they're doing this is because the rest of them are drug addicts. Watcher of Crazy was detained and arrested for drugs. She's got a drug problem. We've talked to 6 or 8 people in her family and that were related to her and the people that she dated that all said the same fucking thing. Betty Hayward was living with this guy. This guy drove across the entire fucking continent to end up in her hometown. And you don't think she was fucking him? Her neighbors have told us that they were moving the car around the neighborhood for 6 to 8 months so that the neighbors wouldn't call her parents in Maine and rat her out. Her neighbors have been on our shows. The bail bondsman said that he used addresses across the street from her house. Now, if he's such a bad piece of shit, why didn't they come out and say this again? They don't want you to see the video because these people are all drug addicts. Homegrown cowboy, and let me tell you whose fault this really is. Let's just get into the fucking meat and potatoes of this, okay? A lot of this has to do with Homegrown Cowboy. Now, I saw him tooling around in the chat, and I'd love him to come up on panel because I'd really like to say a few things to him without his fucking Arkansas and all them screaming over top of me.
He's excited.
This format is 100% his fault. And when he comes up here, I'll explain why. No, fuck you, Cluckers. Just because you got thrown out of our fucking OTT twice, you're part of the problem. This is a woman, along with Crazy Brat and Leanne, who went after a mentally retarded woman, but somehow think I'm not of the moral compass.
Right.
You people make me
not everybody is gonna be blocked. That's not it. Like I said, Barbara and I had a conversation. I didn't have a chance to talk to, and actually, well, hold on a second. Now I'm calling Barbara. We had a conversation. Not everybody's getting blocked in chat. It's not. It's certain things. Everybody's seen last night some things that
you wouldn't join our OTT because you're not allowed. We kicked you out not once but twice, and it was my fault. The first time, it was over Buster Branimus, who, by the way, let's not forget, was having an emotional relationship with JD Jenny. That's why he won't come up on any shows or call in anymore. This is a guy who was 100% in love with JD Jenny, to the degree he was texting and communicating with her at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning when his wife was sleeping. Everybody knows about it. That's why he's so pissed off. That's why I bet you he never showed a picture of JD Jenny to his big pig wife. I bet you he didn't.
Hello? Hey. No, don't be sorry. We're on live. I could take it off live. There's nothing I'm hiding. You and I did have a conversation, and I think Texas is aware. Things that, and I'm not going to repeat here, that I said to you, those things, take those people out. Take those people out. I'm okay with taking them out. Easy's not going to unblock it, and it's all hater people, and they're all saying things, personal things about Jim, or they're saying whatever. You know what I mean. I don't need to repeat it. Take them out. Don't worry about it. That's why I have Texas and you here. And again, I know Jim, I get stuck on it. It's that I'm just trying to make a point that stupid
This
shit.
is all a diversion from these fucking people.
Right. Hold on. Stupid shit? No. You know what I'm saying, stupid shit. Like I say, asshole, whatever, dick, whatever. No, there's no reason. Now, if they continue and they're just like, oh, you're an asshole, you're an asshole, you're an asshole, you're an asshole, then yes, time them the fuck out. All the other stuff, block them. Easy now will understand that. He knows, and he would never unblock that. He's not looking.
Let me also ask you this. Can I ask you this, Belle, with her? Who's
What?
on the phone? Who's on the phone?
Barbara Buffalo.
And tell her that I didn't hang up on her. It just, the reception was really bad. I'm not mad.
The reception was really bad. So
yeah,
you, Texas, do it. It's okay. I've already put out. I can't do it out anymore, and that's why I have you guys as mods, because I want it evened out. That's it. Thank you.
Belle, here's what I don't understand.
Okay.
Who put Belle? Here's what I don't understand. What is
all right? I'll see you in chat. Okay. And Jim didn't hang up on you. All right, hon. Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
What is the criteria to be in your chat right now?
Okay. So before yesterday, it was open. I didn't care. Like, we've had Fest Eddie in here. We've had Ruben. You were able to have a respectful, different opinion.
What are the rules to be in here, Belle? Is it one day? Is it you have to be 15 hours? You know how they do that?
No. Usually it's 20 minutes.
Why don't you make it 24 hours and kick out all these fucking bullshit accounts that are people like Twin Mama and Ruben Sanchez? And I don't know who set that up. It should be 24 to 48 hours. You've got a lot of people in here right now that are bullshit accounts that just hit subscribe. So their main, it's interesting who isn't in here. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. So, even when I put shows up days and prior, I'll see a spike in my subs. They already know, even if it's 24 hours, they're coming in. But then that gives us an opportunity to take them out. It's not going to be everybody, guys. Cluckers, that's not going to be it. That's not everybody in chat. But we can't continue the fight. If Jim says something stupid to you, go right ahead and say it back, okay? But if you have something to say in chat, Jim has every right to say something back to you. And if it goes beyond the level that it shouldn't, then yes, you will be gone. That's it. It's the end. I'm not doing this. I'm not having a repeat of last night. I'm not doing any of that bullshit. And I do know that Texas, Barbara, Dale, and Easy will work beautifully together. I'm not worried about it. But the rest of them, we had a conversation. I didn't block anybody yet. We said, not yet. I'm not blocking anybody yet. That's all. And we're going to see what happens. And I've already blocked somebody. So, as we were talking. So, you may still see their comments, but they're blocked. I don't know. But we're going to make sure. Crazy Brat's going to make sure. If there is not. I was so disgusted with last night. Completely disgusted. And all the haters who's never been over before are all...
When was the last time Arkansas came on panel? And where's Homegrown Cowboy at?
I sent him the link. Last night he was working, but I sent him the link right now. I don't know. Hello, Sally. I don't know. I sent him the link. I don't know if he wants to come up, Jim. I have no idea whatsoever. But I'm right. I'm not fighting with you. You know I'm not against you. I'm just not going, nilly-willy crazy. But I did put on my post, open door policy is closed now. It ain't happening. If you're coming in like that and you need to be like, it would be like somebody coming in, pedo. Block their asses. Block them. There's no reason for it. I don't care what Jim says or does anywhere else. It's not going to happen here. And Jim, whether he thinks or not, I consider him a friend from a couple of years. I don't like it. And especially when I'm respectful to the haters, I want to be able them to give their opinion. So Jim could give his back. But I don't want it to go to levels like it did yesterday. There was no reason for it. There was no reason for personal information to be put in chat. Okay. There was no reason to be saying certain things about his personal life over and over and over. To me, that is not nice. It is a hater. It is a hater. And I don't need you here. And people don't need to defend each other. If hypothetically Watcher Crazy came in and she just said something in the chat to Jim, and Jim wanted to go back and say something, you don't need, 5 other people coming in. That's right, my friend. Guess what? Everybody's grown. Let Jim deal with the person. Let me deal with the person. Same with me. I don't need a bunch of people coming in backing up other people's bullshit, because then it just gets worse. And I think it's disrespectful to Jim. It's disrespectful to me. I don't do this in people's chats, and I don't care. I like Jim. I don't care what Buster, like before, what he said, whatever. He's been a nasty fuck to me. I don't care. It's not going to change. But you cannot come in here and say certain things about Jim. You can't. You say things about Jim everywhere else.
Here's the thing. I mean, if you want to come up here and say stuff, or you want to say it in the chat, at least say what's true. I mean, we listened to Lacey H's brother say that she got pregnant by her stepdad and aborted the kid. That's been said. We can start putting that in the chat. Now, is that like a fuck you? You know what I mean? I mean, it depends on what level you want to. And what I'm trying to get across here is very simple. If you block these people, and this is just what I used to do, and it's your channel, your deal, whatever the fuck. This is all to keep that video from being shown. We know that. You were threatened by it today because Betty's a drug addict. She has been her entire life, and this proves it, because she doesn't want her family to see this photo, this video. She doesn't want, because let's not forget, Crab Leg Friday showed all 3 camera angles live. You have to be behind the paywall to see it now. You won't here. Nobody has seen it unless you're on the OTT for a second time. We've shown a minute here and there. Right. And there's some people that have never, ever seen it. You know what I mean? So what I'd like to do is basically just show these people that, hold on, let me turn this off, is that if Lacey H has got something to say, instead of being a cuckold coward like her fucking husband who cheated on her, why don't you come up here instead of doing it in the chat because you're fucking scared? Instead of somebody like Buster Brandemas who just goes on community tabs, come up here, you fucking pussy. You were cheating on your wife with that fucking woman. Your kids don't know about your activities. Hell, even Crystal Ann said you were fucking creepy as fuck. We don't forget. Come up here. That's what I would like to make these people fucking do.
Right. And that's what I said. From
Right.
now on, you want to, if you're going to be somebody in chat that's just going to repeatedly say stupid shit, then I don't want it. You will be gone. If you want to talk to Jim, say something in chat, you're welcome on panel. I know some people are not panel people, but I'm not going to have it in chat. I'm not. And this, again, guys, because people be like, oh, Jim's controlling Belle's channel. Jim has never controlled my panel. Never. Not my channel. Never. He's never controlled it. I seen with my own eyes. Jim had no clue what I was thinking last night. I felt bad for him. Okay? And I have to live with it. That's it. He has nothing to do with this.
And
yes,
I feel bad for you, Belle. Belle, I feel bad. How many people are watching you right now?
200.
That's a pretty good fucking number on a Sunday night pop-up show in an hour. And let me tell you something. You did that show last night. You had a huge audience. There was even an hour in the middle where I said, let me try to do this. And I got it good for about an hour in the middle. And then
it was wonderful.
Then they all start coming back. It just is what it is. It is what it is. And if you take away the chat, these people have no option but to face me. And if they don't want to do that, then fuck them. They're not contributing financially to these channels. They're not contributing with content. They come in the chat and try to ruin shows that we're on. And this is 100% Homegrown Cowboy's fault. 100%. And I know he doesn't want to come up here. You know what I mean? I know that he doesn't want to come up here because he doesn't want to talk to me about it, but it's true. This is 100% his fault because this brand of attack on channels started and culminated with him about 2.5 weeks ago. It started about 5.5 weeks ago. And when that was,
I was going to say, you and I now have been back together. And again, it was only a few months and I didn't hate Jim. We weren't fighting. It was just too much fighting with other people. I didn't want to be involved. Since we've been back, no, it's been fine. People haven't been attacking each. That's why I'm like, why the fuck is everybody attacking right now? What is going on? Everything has been okay. And again, I do want, no matter what, who's on my panel, I want them to be respected. Like I said, if Jim, though, comes at you in chat, then yeah, hey, Noodle, go back at Jim.
Just come up here. Let's do it up here. Why have to do it in the chat and ruin the chat?
Right.
Because what it does is it makes our people want to strike it. And they know we don't want to strike your channel, Belle. They know we don't want to do that. I'm only looking out for the betterment of a place we can come to. If Belle didn't want me here, she would tell me. You know what I mean? Cluckers is dying for a link. Can we get this out of the way? Because this is a woman who calls me once a month. Yeah, this is a woman who calls me.
Cluckers, I pinned the link, Cluckers. You could come up and speak your mind. You know that. Like I said, yes, some people are going to be annoyed with you, Jim. You're going to be annoyed with them. But I don't want it to, I just did not like what I see. It brought me back to like salty days and shit. I don't like it.
Whatever happened to him?
I don't know.
Did anybody ever seen if that? I got a phone call and heard a rumor. Somebody, now don't forget, I used to talk to his ex-wife all the time, that he got in legal trouble again. He might have gotten arrested or they got evicted or something. I don't know. I don't know.
Hello? I know. I realize. I see that. There's no link. I thought I pinned it. I'm going to pin it right now. Okay. Thank you. Okay. All right. Bye. All
so
right.
what happens is people use now people are using their alt. So now Lacey H is back in here in an alt. See, this is fucking ridiculous. Hey, Lacey, be a fucking adult and come up here. You know what I mean? If you have the balls to go on other shows and other chats, come up here and talk. The only reason you're doing this is to infiltrate for the haters because you're with them. You've been with them ever since your mom died because you were scared they would come after you and her and the cat and all that shit. Well,
Okay.
tough fucking shit. I don't like being talked to like you talked to me and lied about in chats by whores. So I guess we both got problems. So if
Right.
that's her, no, Lacey, you've been attacking me in other chats and on other shows for fucking 6 weeks now. Don't fucking start that bullshit over here because you, and by the way, what about the lengthy conversations you had about me where you absolutely hated Belle? Now you're over here supporting her?
Right. I'm not
Doesn't
looking.
matter, Lacey. If you didn't do, see, that's where you're wrong, Lacey. Anywhere you do something to me carries over to here because I'm here now. You don't have to be here. You're not putting any money in. You're not coming up on panel. You're just in chat being an irritant. And if that's the case, then I think our crowd, and if you were blocked, I don't know why they're not blocking her new name. Keep blocking her until she gets it. That's what I would say. You can't make an alt come back if you're blocked. What good is blocking? And your mods should know that.
Right. I see. Okay. When it comes to Lacey, I see there's a history and you're talking last night. There was something said over and over and over and over and over again.
And she always plays victim. She always plays victim. She cannot go on Watcher of Crazies and all these other channels shit all over me that come on over here because she didn't say anything here. We're okay. Fuck you, Lacey. That's why your husband, that's why your boyfriend cheated on you. Let's not forget, we still have that call with your mother-in-law. And everything she said about you was what? Did you move out of that place yet? I thought you were going to go on to bigger and better things once your mom died. That was holding you in the hood.
Jim, also, her being over here, I get it. If she's coming in and attacking you, I get it. But she's also supporting me, okay? It's not
How
like
is she
everybody in the
supporting
chat
you?
is saying,
How
well,
is she supporting you if all she
all
does
right, hold
is
on. Me and you have different views on supports. I don't have.
She's not supporting.
People aren't sending me cash apps and stuff. You know that you think it's about money. I don't think it's about money. I think it's about somebody's
Lacey
here.
sends you cash apps?
No. What I'm saying is, even all your people, it's not like they're sending me massive cash apps or anything like that. It's not about the money for me. I know it is for you when you talk about support. It's not. It's somebody just being here. Now, if she's going to come in and continue attacking you.
She wasn't on your channel for fucking months. Months she didn't have anything to do with it. She's only over here right now because she believes she has the carte blanche to shit on me in the chat because she doesn't have the guts to come up on panel. She has been shitting. I am not going to forget what I see and what I heard on other shows just because she hasn't said it here. She's too much of a dumb fuck to know that, then that's fine. But the bottom line is it carries over. Just like they want to come here. I didn't say, listen, I didn't say anything about Arkansas on this show last night, and she came up here and said that our family was sexually assaulting each other. I didn't say anything to her on this show.
Right. No, I get it. If you're not attacking somebody, nobody should be coming in the chat. And that's Lacey included. She shouldn't be attacking you. She just should be saying hello, whatever. I agree. I'm not angry at Lacey, but I understand what you're saying. If you're just coming in here to attack, this is what I don't want.
Lacey was blocked. I don't know why her other name isn't blocked already. I don't know. Force her to come up here. If she doesn't like it, she can still watch the show. But she's not going to use this platform to harass me and my people, especially Christine. I am so sick of fucking Lacey H got crushed on a show by Christine. Remember Lacey H, I'm leaving. My mom died. I'm out of YouTube. I'm never coming back. 3-4 days later, she was back. And Christine said, I thought you weren't even coming back. And then Christine obliterated her. And she's had a hard on for us ever since. Fuck her. Fuck her dead mommy. Fuck her husband who cheated on her. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, Donna. Womb's mom, Tessie. I don't know, Cluckers. I pinned the link. It's pinned now. So Sugar Plum.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back, Belle.
Yeah. So again, it's just Belle V, let me know. Right, Hurricane Lacey. Are we good now? Can we move on? Yes, everybody could move on from things. Texas, I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're asking. To let you know, you know what to. Oh, now I know. I understand. No, it's okay. Look, they bicker back and forth. I get that people attack Jim on other places. I just don't want them to attack him here. That's all. It's there's people who support me that don't like Jim, but they're respectful. So no, I'm not going to throw you out. You know what I mean? It's not going to happen. But I don't know. Just what I seen last night, I don't know. And no, I don't blame Homegrown Cowboy. I blame myself for having such an open door. And I always understood what Jim was saying. But of course, I'm not going to unblock, unmod, or do whatever. Queen, though, of a seat, whatever, I got multiple text messages from the Bushes. She blocks William. And I find out from different people that it wasn't anything major. No, you can't block from the Bushes. And they're like, she can't be a mod. And I get that. Like, I don't like that bullshit. I had a rogue mod once. Unless they're attacking you or whatever, and you may have said something and I didn't see it, but when you got 3 different people who don't talk to each other telling me that you were wrong, clearly you were wrong with that. I didn't have to see it. I trust who's telling me. No. Lacey's fine now. Jim said what he needed to say. She needed what to say. I think she understands that I don't want her coming in here and just going at Jim. If Jim was up here talking about Lacey and she wants to come in, I understand that. But this goes for everybody. I don't want to just pinpoint Lacey because there was many other people yesterday who just came in. Jim wasn't even talking about. And they could say the same thing, Jim. Well, he talks about us on other channels. But still, I don't want it here. You don't need to be trashing Jim on my channel. That's it. I don't know how else to say it. And I have people from different other places too. I want everybody just to fucking get along. That's all. We already know. We've established what gets blocked. We don't. Cluckers, you could come up. You know what? I didn't have a chance. I could only unmod her on my iPad. I tried on my phone, but I couldn't unmod on my phone. So it's with my iPad and it wasn't plugged in. This was last minute. No, I understand, Lacey. I understand. I get it. God, I understand both sides. I really do. All I'm saying is what happened last night, and this isn't directed just towards Lacey. What happened last night was just insane. I didn't like it. It felt yucky. It just was yucky. It was just ew. And I felt bad for Jim. I did. But he's never gave me an ultimatum. He's never tried to run the channel. I understand his frustrations. I get it. But, there's some people I'm not going to get rid of. And as long as the mods could understand each other, we're fine. We're fine. And I'm not going to stop Texas or Barbara when, somebody's putting something about Jim that, is not good and you take them out. No, just email me and let me know. Take screenshots, email me and let me know. That's all I want to see is please let me know. And that's for Dale does it. Easy does it. So please, Texas and Barbara, don't take that as a personal thing. It's not. They send me screenshots. They send me, hey, Garth. They send me, this was the remark. This is what happened. And this is why I did this. So don't take it personal. Just do it. And then just send it to me. And if there's something wrong, we could discuss it. And I could say, well, to me, this isn't bad. That's all. And then it could always be fixed. Always could be fixed. So don't worry about it. Hey, Clucker.
Hey, Belle, I really didn't want to come up on panel. I just wanted you to post the link. I wanted you to know that the link wasn't posted earlier.
Oh, okay.
So,
I thought you wanted to talk to Jim.
No. I have no dog in this fight. This has nothing to do with me. I want no part of it, and that's it. So, anyway, I just want to let you know. That's all.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
all right.
have a good night. Bye.
You too. All right. Bye. Bye-bye. Jen Fritz, I love it. I love JT. He's the bomb. That's it. That's what I like. Just happy stuff. And oh my God, that 1 hour we had where we were laughing last night, it was great. It was like the beginning was sabotaged. And not intentionally. Leanne she wasn't a sabotager. Leanne needed to vent. It was just that she vented the same thing on the last show. I'm not angry at her, but I did tell her, I was honest, it was too much. I had to drop her. And Bob, like I said, he apologized. And Bob knew. Bob stopped finally when he realized that I was being serious. And if he didn't stop, I would have taken him down. And he could have been upset with me. But all the screaming and yelling and arguing over the same stuff is not going to be good every show. That's not what I'm looking for. But then we had a wonderful time in the middle. My God, we were laughing. I want to clip that part and put it up. I took the show down. There's no reason to be, or maybe I'll put the show up without the chat. Al Munson, hello.
Did Cluckers ever figure out how to use the link, or are we going to move on?
Oh, no, you missed her. She came up. She said she didn't want to talk to you. She was just letting me know that the link wasn't pinned.
Okay, so what was she asking for the link for?
Well, I guess maybe other people were. I don't know.
She wanted to come up here and talk. Okay.
Yeah, no, she said she has no dog in the fight. I don't know who Maria Johnson is, and they were trying to come up last night, and it's a weird picture. I don't know who you are.
It's very simple, Belle. Have them show themselves, and if they're not willing to do that, then don't bring them up.
Yeah.
I mean, you know who Cluckers is. You know who Crazy Brad is. You know who
right
is. But I mean, if it's somebody like that, then they're, it is what it is.
Okay, so we got Katie Coe. Katie Coe. When Jim comes back, let's roll that video. I love it. See, I'm not the only one.
No homegrown cowboy. He's gonna hide.
No, he was up here. Whatever. I don't blame him. Like I said, you two got into it. I don't know what happened. I'm not angry.
Get into it. I would just like to tell him why this is all his fault. Why this type of attack is continuing to go on. So he was what? Everybody came up when I went to take a piss.
No, only Cluckers did. Oh, nobody else is coming up. Nobody else is coming up.
Okay. I didn't think so.
No, nobody else.
All right. So here's the deal. This all started with him. He allowed about 2 weeks ago the haters to bend his arm and bend his knee and control his channel. They don't support him. They don't give him money. They only take from him. They don't do robocalls for him. They don't provide any content. They came up a couple of times, and now they're not even over there. Homegrown, I think it is worth it. What's not worth it, Homegrown? This is your fucking fault. You tried to sabotage us. That's how I look at this, Homegrown. You conspired with the haters because they went after your wife. So you created this type of an attack on channels that we go on. The same thing that happened to Belle V last night happened on your channel 2 weeks ago. The only difference is Belle V lets me run wild up here, and you said, well, let me get Fumble Nuts' permission. You just took it a step further. Even Belle, with as much mushy brain disease as she has, knows not to let fucking Fumble Nuts up here.
And I understand Homegrown. He has this fantasy everybody could get together and everything. No,
he did. That's bullshit, Bill. And I want to call him out on that too. What the fuck does he care if I'm friends with fucking Fumble Nuts? How does that change his day? He made it look like he wanted all of us to be friends, which we told him that would never happen. Even Johnny told him that would never happen. He would have to have major mental issues to think that would ever happen. Okay? He made it look that way so he can get them up on his panel to create the fight that happened to not have to deal with us anymore. He didn't want to platform us because let me tell you something. The only issue that Fumble Nuts and then had with him was him platforming us. What is the only thing that changed on his channel? He doesn't platform us anymore. So he did exactly what they wanted, all under the name of peace. Get the fuck out of here.
See, I took it a little bit where he wanted to make some amends with Fumble because his wife was being brought up. We spoke about
And
this.
you know what, Belle, and that's what I want to talk to him about. I don't want to fight with him. You hit the nail on the head. Every time I talked to him when he got worried about this shit, what did I tell him? Listen, just go away. We'll take you off the robocall. We won't come over to your show. We won't fight. We don't have a problem. We love you, Homegrown. We don't have a problem with you. Just go. No, he had to make it this big fiasco on his program that he's getting. He should have just went. But see, that wouldn't have been good enough. That wouldn't have been good enough to appease them, because then they wouldn't have felt like they did something about it. See, Fumble Nuts and all those people feel like they turned him, and they did. They 100% did.
I don't know. I didn't watch it. I feel bad for Homegrown. I don't know.
But all Homegrown had to do was call me privately and said, listen, they're coming after my wife. I'm just going to disappear. I even told him to do that. No. If I do that, people think I'm afraid of Fumble. People do think you're afraid of Fumble. The only people that don't are the 15 people he brought over there when I came up on your panel. Ruben Sanchez, who, by the way, Ruben, I talked to your next door neighbor. He says you're awfully weird in that shed of yours. Homegrown, do you agree or disagree with what I'm saying? Is that really the real guy?
Yes, Texas, I do need a laptop. Belle V, Cash App, yes. Homegrown. I think he has issues with his Homegrown.
Just be sure that's really him.
Hey.
Hey.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Go ahead, Homegrown.
Yeah, I'm having a connection problem here, so if I cut out, you'll know why. So
yes.
But Jim, you have your opinions and stuff, and that's fine. I have my opinions, and I'm not going to bash you or whatever. I'm not going to start shit. It is my channel, and you know, if somebody wants to come, like I've said before, if somebody wants to come up, they're more than welcome to. And that's the way I look at it. And apparently you and I just don't see eye to eye that way.
You're being dishonest. Being dishonest. If that's what it was, then why did you call me the Monday before you had him on directly opposite of our Tuesday show to have this big meeting? You didn't call me to tell me you wanted to work things out. You didn't call me and say, hey, Jim, I want peace amongst everybody. No, you called and said, this guy's creating issues, and then you had him on your show.
I called you up because I wanted your opinion.
And my opinion was to go to Watcher of Crazy, to talk to her, or to just disappear. We'll let you disappear, and we won't say anything. And what was your response to my advice was, no, people think I'm scared of them. You came off scared of them.
No, you wanted me to talk to Watcher of Crazy, and I was like, why should I go through Watcher of Crazy to get her opinion when I can go straight to Fumble? I said that I would go up on panel, I'll bring him up, and that's where we would go. I already told you that I would do that.
And your thing was to get me and him to be pals, buddies. That was your goal.
No, that's not. No, that wasn't my intention. It wasn't that wasn't my intention.
Has that whole group left you alone now?
I mean,
I haven't seen any posts negative with your name in it. So it worked.
I do have a PayPal.
Yeah, Belle, let me ask you this while Homegrown gets in. Homegrown's got some audio. And I don't hate Homegrown. I don't consider Homegrown a hater or a hater channel. I think he did what was best for his family and his channel.
Yes.
But he's being dishonest about the motivation behind it. What he needs to do is come up here and say, you know what, Jim? I've seen what you've gone through over the last 3 years. Me and my wife and my stepkids and my dogs and we don't want nothing to do with this. I would rather let Fumble come up as much as I've hated him in the past and run roughshod and shit on you than have them continue to come after me for platforming you. He did not want to fall on the sword. He would rather make it look like I am giving him ultimatums and fighting with him. Same thing with Angel Gotti. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Homegrown. I'm sorry. Can we hear him?
Yeah. Okay, I'm back.
My question was, before you cut out, we didn't hear you. Have they come after you, attacked you, or have you had any issue with what I call the haters since you had Fumble Nuts up there?
I haven't had very much conversation with anybody, to be honest with you. Hey, stop. I have not had a conversation with anybody.
Yeah. So they stopped. They're not threatening your wife anymore, are they?
I would certainly hope not, Jim.
Well, they were. He was. He did. Right?
Well, yeah, there was a threat, and when I had let Fumble come up on panel, he explained himself.
Well,
and that's what I wanted to hear.
The explanation he gave you was not truthful. What he said was that because you're up there, he only did that so you would feel what he feels, right? That's, if there's anybody that believes that, please call in and let me know. I think you're the only one that believes that. I don't even think he believes that.
Look, we're not psychologists here. We don't know what goes through his head. That, we got to stop playing this psychology shit with each other. I mean, it's just straight up bullshit.
Did we lose him?
I think so.
It's a bunch of head games going on. And that's the truth, Jim.
I think it's more than head games, and I think you caved to them. You never had those people. You never cared what Ruben Sanchez thought. You never cared what Fumble Nuts thought until it's obvious. The only change was they threatened your wife's job, and they threatened you. And you were so worried about it, you called me off the air. Why didn't you do that without calling me? Why get my advice for it?
Well, I wanted your advice. I wanted to see what you thought.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that simple. You're thinking too much into it.
No, I think it's pretty obvious what happened because they tried to do the same thing here last night. The exact same thing, including Arkansas.
Well, you see, I wouldn't even hear last.
Right. You're not part of it. You're not part of it, Homegrown. Don't get me confused. That's why I'm not yelling here. You're not part of what they're doing. You're just and Arkansas came right up here and smiled and said, he's got nobody left but the retards. Why? Because they came up here and corroded this. They corroded you. They corroded Angel Gotti. It's not hard. I got people begging me to come on shows. It's just a matter of whether or not I think there's anything in it for me. Because we could always turn on the OTT. That's, or come here. I would much rather have spent the time over here. Now, Belle's a little bit of a different situation. It's not monetized. I didn't even know she could accept cash. And Belle, why do you not have a computer? Don't nurses have to have computers? Or did you have to turn it into the hospital when you were done?
No, I didn't work from home. So I didn't need a computer. I had one and I never used it. I got into the iPad and then this is how it started. And yeah, I need a computer. I've been saying this. I need a fucking computer to make it a lot better.
But you didn't have one as a nurse? Like, as a nurse, don't you own a computer? Or no? Don't they give you one?
No, not to have home. I've had them. Well, actually, I had one computer and usually laptops. I'm into the laptops. So I need a new laptop. That's it. My other one.
Can Homegrown still hear us? Can he still talk or no? Is he muted out or something?
Can you hear me?
Now we can.
Yeah.
Can you?
Whoa.
Hello?
Test.
Yeah,
Can
you're
you
here.
hear us?
I'm in and out.
Homegrown.
Yeah, I'm in and out.
All right. Well, I guess. I'm
gonna go ahead and drop down.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. because I got 9% on the iPad, but I could go on my
Hey,
phone.
hold on. Let me ask you this: Have you had any shows since that one with Fumble Nuts?
He's not on panel.
Okay, he's gone.
Face.
There.
Like you're like, oh, okay. He's not on panel. Oh, fuck, I can't.
I'll also tell everybody this: the words "a lot" are 2 words. It's not 1 word. A lot is 2 words. Yeah, you missed a lot, Spanky. 222
Are
in
you
here.
sure?
Belle, I'm sorry.
A lot? It's only 1 word.
No, it's 2.
Are you sure? I think
Yeah,
you're
it's
wrong
real
with
ignorant.
that one.
No,
Okay,
a
go
lot.
ahead.
It's not.
Oh my God.
A lot.
Wait.
All right, so
A
here's
lot.
the deal, Belle. I'm kind of strobing
Yeah.
a little bit. Ever since Homegrown came up here? Can you hear me okay? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the deal. So is that it? Notice the chat stopped. It's a whole different world.
It's a whole new world. Okay, so what are we doing here? We're all past that. You got it all out.
Okay, so everybody, so here I'm going to play the Brandon Habel video. This is, and let me show everybody a couple of things here, Belle. Now, can you hear me?
Yes.
Let's fuck StreamYard. Okay, give me a second here. Let me find something. I told you I would do this. So somebody was messaging you today from a bullshit number. They never called you. They've got all these issues, but they won't come up here. I'll tell you what I'll do. Anybody who has an issue with this video, anybody who cares for Brandon Habel, anybody who thinks that this is bad, anybody who's in defense of this, who, by the way, nobody said anything until the other day, I'll give you the next few minutes while Belle thanks some people to come up here right now and tell me why. If you really love him, if you're worried about his mental health, if you don't want people to see this because he's recovering or whatever the fuck you're saying, come on up here right now and convince us. Come on up here and give us your side. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Because texting from a Text Now app just makes it look like you don't want people to know that you're behind this guy. If you're behind Brandon Habel and him getting better, that's really your goal, why the fuck are you doing it from a number where nobody knows who you are? You guys did not show the same sort of sympathy to Belle V. You did not, and believe me, if there was, you guys were trying to get, you were putting up photos of the places that she was in. You were matching the balcony she was like. You were matching her balconies. Now all of a sudden you're begging for her forgiveness. It's not as much fun when the rabbit has the gun, is it?
Oh my God. So true. It's not my responsibility. I no.
And listen, it's a guy who came over here and shit on everybody, including me, for months and months and months. And when he gets arrested and looks like exactly what we thought he was, all of a sudden he's found the Lord. Get the fuck out of here. How many of these people, how many of these motherfuckers, including Watcher of Crazy, knew that Stoney was on her way to your house? They could have warned you. They did.
You make so much
You
sense.
did show that footage. You showed the footage of the Ring doorbell, right? I remember seeing it.
Yeah, it's still up.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? I mean, it is what it is. All right, give me a second here, Belle. Let me cue this up.
Yep. Barbara Buffalo, thank you for the Cash App. And wait, it was Barbara Buffalo. I just knew it. Now I forgot. Sorry. And Bob, thank you so much. So sweet. Barbara, you too. Thank you so much.
Give me a second. I'm going to reset this.
Yep. That was for your performance last night. I love it. I didn't even know I'd be paid. I'm going to be on my phone soon. This is so annoying. I didn't have a chance. I think, Easy, I know you tell me all the time, get certain something, but a plug. I think what I did is I got a plug that was too strong for the iPad. So I think I fucked up the battery. Now, what I was able to do was charge it to 100, shut it off, and then put it under low battery mode for the show, and the show would last longer. But today, this was a last minute thing. I didn't charge anything. That kind of rhymed, right? But yeah. So now I have 8%. It gives me fucking anxiety. It does. It gives me anxiety. I hate it. Because I know it's going to drop out. I don't want to say the name of the troll in the back, but that's fucking funny. I know who you is, and it's funny. How do I get rid of it? How do I? Oh God, I don't know how to delete it. All right, look, I tried. All right, I tried. Don't act like I didn't. So Jim thinks. Queen, I know you're writing. I don't think I did. I thought she was mad at me for doing it. He gets blocked wherever he goes, right? I'm reading it. Oh, all right. It's too far back for me to read. I missed. Okay, but we'll discuss it, Queen. I think actually Texas Granny's taking care of it. So this is going to be the funny part. By time Jim, right, reboots, recharges, whatever, he gets back up here, mine's going dead. Oh, God. We just can't seem to make this work, Jim. There must be reasons. I do believe in that. There must be reasons. Hello, Arkansas. And AMC, tell little Jimmy I miss him and I love him. Okay? Fucking little Jimmy. How could I ever forget? Yeah, you came in all crazy, Arkansas, last night. She brought herself into the lion's den. I'm not sure why, but made for some excitement. Homegrown, it sucks that your audio and stuff don't work. Thank you, Wombs Mom, if you didn't get the text before. You hear, Jim?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
By the way, I wish we could put up on camera the private chat. You looking at the fucking threats in the private chat?
I just looked at that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God. The name is funny to me.
Belle, you got a text message today. Somebody threatened you from a bullshit number that you cannot show the police cam footage. Can you read that to everybody? And then I'm going to show you why they're lying to you.
Oh no, it was just it wasn't threats. Well, not threats, but it was just saying, hey, look, you play the video, you could get struck, you could legal things, and I'm like, but wait a minute, isn't this public record? I watch all these almost all day, every day. Listen to them. Like, aren't they? So tell them, Jim. Why this is wrong. Marissa's blown out pussy. Marissa, I'm sorry. If you were here, you'd be laughing too.
What, you want me to read it, Belle, or do you want to read it? I have it.
Yeah, no, I was just trying to make it short and sweet because your side's going to be funnier. You know,
here's the message I got from Belle. And it was, I'm making a show now. Did you see this? It says, using police. Now this was sent to you, right? This was sent to you. And then we'll get into everything here. Let me go and take this off. All right, there we go. So this was sent to you, and it was somebody that sent this to you from one of these burner numbers, probably a watcher of Crazy or a Fumble Nuts crew person, somebody of that ilk. And here's what it says. And they sent this to you. Using police body cam footage on YouTube can be a risky or could be a risk of facing consequences, potentially including strikes against your channel, which can impact your monetization. Well, no monetization here. Or even lead to channel. Oh, look who's here. Arkansas, you made it. Hey, Arkansas, you should be able to tell us exactly what this straw is that he's using. Not that we don't know. The best thing is you don't even have to make a leap on this. It can impact your monetization or even lead to channel termination. Here's why. Copyright and refusal content. While police body cam footage may be publicly available in some areas, simply re-uploading it to YouTube, even with commentary, could be considered reusing content that is not your original creation. Well, somebody ought to send this to fucking Watcher Crazy because she's got an entire channel of this. It's funny who they send this to. Asking for a friend. Yeah, fuck you, Arkansas.
They send it to me. Oh my God, that's funny shit.
Arkansas, somebody told me that if you started doing chin-ups, your head would shrink. Get it? Go like this.
All right, read the thing. Come on. Get on.
YouTube policies or refused content states that you need to add significant original commentary, educational value, or editorial statements to qualify for monetization. Well, once again, we're not worried about that. Violent or graphic content, body cam footage can often contain graphic violence. Kind of like when Watcher Crazy shot somebody for whooping her mixed kid's ass in her front yard. Imagine which could be deemed unusable for advertising and may lead to demonetization. Once again, nothing we have to worry about here. Or even removal under YouTube's violence of graphic content and policies. Just in case anybody has any questions about anything with Belle showing this, you fucking YouTube lawyers out there, here is one of my favorite channels and where we actually got this idea from. It's called Law and Crime, a channel that has a channel that does nothing but Central Florida, Disney, and all that shit. Okay, here it is. This is a channel called Law and Crime Network. It is really interesting to me because I'm not a true crime fan, but this is all body cam footage. And if you look in the top right corner, from the exact same police department we got ours from. I know a guy over there. Here's the deal, Belle. By the way, obviously they're not listening. 12,000 thumbs up, 1.6 million views. And it is a video of some black dude. I don't know. This might be some guy that Watcher had an abortion with. Here it is.
I'm here with my child. Listen, look, my daughter.
I watched this one. My daughter. I remember this.
Yeah, all police cam footage you can bump, and there's no reason to really. All police cam footage you can bump it around, steer them in a cop car, whatever. Okay. So maybe they better send that to that channel, right?
I agree.
Okay. So here's the deal. So for a year now since. Let's rewind the clocks. Let's get everybody if anybody wants to come up and fucking debate this with me, they can. Around the 4th of July of last year, Fumble Nuts did a live show. Nobody will talk about it now. It's deleted, it's hidden, it's gone. I'm sure there's people out there that still have it somewhere. And Belle, you might not be aware of this, and let me get through this. And if you want to interrupt me, go ahead. He did a show, and it was him and his wife, Amby, first time she was ever on camera, Betty Hayward, and Layin' Pipe. And they were all in a pickup truck together. And they went to a bookstore, and they were driving down the same area. They were near Target. They went to a lunch. They were all in and around about 3 miles of Betty Hayward's home. They did this show. In fact, I infiltrated the chat under a fake name and said, hey, Fumble, why don't you show Layin' Pipe and Betty Hayward the registration of that truck because it doesn't belong to you? They went nuts. Kaylee blocked me. She was in the chat. Many of us saw this. Many of us saw this, okay? He was there in town. Betty Hayward will have everybody believe, and even her parents, that was the only time she had anything to do with him. He drove from California, where Johnny Yarbrough was. The last person he saw in California was Johnny Yarbrough. He hooked up his cable illegally, and then somehow ends up, of all places, Betty Hayward's neighborhood. Now, if I was going to drive anywhere in the country right now, and I just happen to end up outside, let's say, I don't know, Belle V's fucking door, and then all of a sudden started having a job there, getting arrested there, doing drugs there, I'm sure all these people would be like, Belle, didn't know he was there. She doesn't have anything to do with this. Right. Belle didn't pick up the phone for 2 days, and motherfuckers were driving to her house 6 hours away to call the police on a welfare check. Go fuck yourself, Buster. It's so stupid and moronic, but why do these people not want you to hear this and see this? Because they'd rather have you think that Watcher of Crazy doesn't have a drug problem, or did not at one point. She was arrested for drugs when? 6 months ago?
I don't know.
Yeah. Say what you want to about me or Mr. X or Belle. None of us have been busted for drugs. Okay? None of us. Oh, maybe Belle.
I knew you were going to say that.
Maybe
no,
Belle. That whole thing with the prescription bottle of Zoloft. So here's the deal. So Fumble Nuts and all them are driving around in the truck, and they're giggling, and they're making fun of me, and Layin' the Pipe is wearing his fucking San Francisco hat. 50-year-old man who wears his hat like he's a fucking pro skateboarder. And it was all fun and games. And then he was in the chats, and he was talking shit, and he was texting people and doing all this stuff, right? Never went back home. He was Betty's boy, and what was his name? Fumble Nuts was, that's my boy Pipe, and we're close, and the Fumble family. By the way, a year and a half ago, before beating up his wife, Brandon Habel beat up his wife. For those of you that remember, he had a domestic violence charge against him. Now, his wife dropped the charges when their house was repossessed. When they lost their home, it was foreclosed on because they didn't pay the homeowners association dues, which, by the way, I hear there's a court date in October for somebody else who didn't do that. Asking for a friend. So here's the deal. He smacks around his wife, loses his house, loses his limousine business, drives across the country, just so happens to be in the same neighborhood Betty Hayward's parents live in. Let's not forget, this is another motherfucker living in a house owned by her parents. Watcher of Crazy lives in a house owned by her mom. Betty Hayward lives in a house owned by her mom. Cluckers lives in a house owned by drug dealers.
Oh, God.
So here's the deal.
Love
He just happens to drive all the way across. By the way, never went live from Disney. Didn't do any of the things anybody else would do when they come to Orlando. No. And Betty Hayward is giggling and making eyes at him in the chat and all this shit. We've seen this a million times. And then all of a sudden, like Kaylee, like a lot of these losers, when they get in trouble, they disappear. They're not on YouTube anymore. And you got to kind of wonder why. So we didn't know anything about it. And just to prove we don't look into people or stalk people, we didn't give a fuck. He disappeared. Betty kept pushing and pushing and pushing. By the way, Betty Hayward has a history of drug addicts, 2 husbands, a girl in South Florida who's a drug dealer she has a restraining order on. Her best friend in high school's mother was burned alive in the trunk of a car.
Don't laugh about that.
We've talked to Betty Hayward's uncle, who says the entire family's a bunch of whack jobs. He was on our show. We talked to her fucking neighbors. She even left a Facebook message on Watcher of Crazies that Watcher of Crazies sent to us where she goes, I can't take it anymore. They're talking to too many people. Watcher of Crazy, by the way, shit on Betty Hayward for 8 months straight, including inviting her to come down to their little picnic in South Florida. And Betty said the car behind her, the battery was dead, and she couldn't back her car out. Well, we now know that her parents were in Maine, so I'm sure she didn't move that car for about a year. So it's all bullshit, right? Now, we'll forget the fact that Betty Hayward's first 2 husbands have massive drug arrests. We'll overlook Betty Hayward's current boyfriend, who she was busted with, and we've all seen the mugshot, who's currently in prison and gets out in November, whose wife told us Betty was doing meth on the couch. We'll forget all of them. We'll go ahead and no, she doesn't, Jeff. We'll go ahead and we'll forget about the fact that Betty Hayward's neighbors have talked to us and that Lay Pipe drove across the country to go to her neighborhood. Because, you know, everybody just decides to pick up shop when they have absolutely nothing and go to one of the most expensive places in Central Florida and live in a truck that's held together by duct tape. Okay? So here's the deal. Let's forget all that. But a douchebag named Eric Foss decides to give me a phone call because he gets in a fight with some junkies on their front yard. And in that scorned woman's video, we all remember Michelle, she starts talking about how much she hated Betty, how she couldn't stand Betty, how Betty was a drug addict, how Foss is a drug addict. I mean, Foss only did 20 years in prison for drugs, right? It's not a stretch. So far, I've not said anything that is even argumentative. It's all fact. Foss calls me because he wants some of this Jim Terry TV machismo. And he says, hey, listen, I need this, this, and this. I says, great, tell me about Betty Hayward and that guy. He goes, well, I'm going to Florida, and I'm probably going to see all these people. I said, really? Really? I go, what about her boyfriend laying the pipe? He goes, oh, I don't know. I think that some guy that was living with her for a little while got arrested and was at Walmart and was using her addresses in her neighborhood. We find his mugshot. So not only did these people know about it and hide it, Betty slipped up and told Foss about it because she didn't want Foss at the time because she was into him. It was her next guy because Lay Pipe got arrested. She wanted him to think she was free and clear. By the way, let's forget about the fact that Repo Man came on our show and sent out tons of people photos of Betty nude. Let's forget that Equalizer got nudes. Let's forget that Easy Now 90 in your chat admitted to getting nudes from her. Let's forget the fact that Repo Man, a known drug addict who admitted it, said that she liked to get high and told him that. Let's say that these 24 people we're all talking about are all full of shit, right? They're all lying on Betty, which, by the way, is exactly what her parents believe. We find the arrest affidavit, and it wasn't like it was one target. It wasn't like it was one crime. We find out that he uses an address 4 doors down across the street from Betty. So we call the person at that address. And he says, oh, yeah, that whack job broad across the street whose parents and I have been close for 20 years has been moving a white truck with a ladder on it all around the neighborhood for months. Everybody in Neighborhood Watch knew about it. Everybody knew about it. Now, he's not on YouTube. He's not a hater. He's not on Watcher Crazy's panel. He's not on mine. He's a neighbor that saw a white truck with a ladder on top. And then we find Brandon Hevela's tickets. And he is running red lights in Orlando, all within 3 miles of Betty's house, over a 4-month period. Over a 4-month period in a white truck with a ladder on it with duct tape on it.
But didn't we
Yeah.
already know that they were staying together? She said it on YouTube. Like,
no.
I mean, this is
When
clues.
they did,
Didn't
staying together?
Everybody was saying they were staying together.
all I know is that the neighbor went across the street to confront Betty Hayward and Betty Hayward's parents now that they came back from their home in Maine, their summer home in Maine, to tell him that his address, that some giant black dude was just at his fucking door with a tow truck. He went over to Betty Hayward's house and said, there's a guy here looking to repo a car that I've seen your daughter dealing with. And Betty gave him up right away. Oh, that's Brandon. He came here once or twice and now is living in Bartow. How the fuck would the neighbor know the town Bartow? The footage of that incident is taken down because Betty told her parents the guy came to her door one time, they talked outside, and she left, according to the neighbors. But the neighbors know better because Betty has had drug addicts in and out of her home when her parents leave for Maine continuously. So now we decide to get the footage. We've talked to everybody we need to talk to, took a couple of weeks, and we got the footage. So without further ado, we will play the footage with our commentary. Belle, you have not seen this. This debuted on Crab Leg Friday, this past Friday. You did not see this.
No.
This is insane. This is fucking insane. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'll pull it up. Give me a second, Belle.
Does it look like I'm going anywhere? My iPad might die, but I'll come back on my phone. I have some charge there. Should be enough for time. Oh my God. I forgot I was on YouTube. All I hear is Jim saying, give me a minute. I'm like, okay. I had a text Crazy Brad. And I'm like, okay. I don't hear him. It's silent, so I think he's doing whatever he's doing.
Yeah, here we go.
And I look up, I'm sitting here by myself. I forgot I was on YouTube.
So this is one of 3 camera angles from the Orlando Police Department. Monkeys, bring it up. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here is the video that is behind the paywall right now. Now, by the way, I have given an opportunity for anybody, Watcher of Crazy, Fumble Nuts, Ruben Sanchez, who, by the way, Brandon Habel lived with, Betty, Twin Mama, anybody to come up here and discuss this with us. You guys didn't give Belle that same fucking criteria. You guys didn't ease off on her. Why is this important? First of all, we're documenting it.
Hi, Char Betty.
Oh, no, Watcher. We haven't said the same stories. We got a ton of stories about you. We'll get to you. We're still wanting to hear. We're wanting to hear the stories about you, about your fucking brother-in-law, the fucking known child pornographer that your family had around children. But of course, he probably wasn't a pornographer of children until after he divorced your sister, right? He didn't have those thirsts when he was your brother-in-law, did he? Did he? Just like laying pipe probably was never a drug addict until after he got done with Betty Hayward, right? Betty Hayward had no idea this was going on. Now, let's continue. I will mute this, Belle, because Mr. X and Bob and all them are talking. This is from the OTT. Here we go. Now, the volume is off here. The police are walking in. There's 3 officers. This officer here is one of 3 officers. We have all 3 body cam footages. Everyone tells a different story. And the body cam footage of the 3rd officer that stays behind is by far the most interesting. And the reason I say that is because he stays behind and talks about Brandon Habel's job and going into other homes. So here's what happens. These right here are loss prevention people. The girl on the right is a secret shopper, Belle, and I'll turn the volume on if people want it. I don't want to do 2 sets of commentary, but I don't want to think people were hiding anything. The guy on the left is the guy that sits in the little security room. They have already busted laying pipe. And let's be honest, at this point, Betty's boyfriend. Or if at nothing else, her roommate. Now, if anybody else wants to tell me anything different, go ahead. Go ahead. Because I think these people all knew about this, and they're so dishonest with their followers. How many are watching you now, Belle?
218.
Here we go. They're so dishonest. They're absolutely so dishonest that they won't even talk to you about this. Watcher of Crazy is so dishonest. You don't have to believe what she says about us, or you can believe what she says about us. It's what she doesn't say. She never talked about the pedophile that was in her family that was busted without a shadow of a doubt that was around children in that family. She never talks about Kaylee, and she knew way before any of us did. They hide it. They want that Facebook existence. They want you to think that they live in a house that they own when really their mom owns it. This is an educational tool, and it vindicates a lot of people that are in this chat, people like Bob and all them. I'm not here to make fun of them. Now, there's some funny shit in here. But this is a guy who, until this happened, went ahead and bullied people. And a lot of you defended him. A lot of you are still doing that now. But look how many people care about laying pipe right now. There isn't one of you willing to come up here and talk about his problem. If he really had a problem, why didn't you bring it up before? You knew it was only a matter of time. Even Watcher of Crazy, when she got busted for drugs, was embarrassed enough and thought about all of us enough to take a picture with her crooked eye looking one way so she didn't look like Cookie Monster, and to get it out there before we found it. And by the way,
I do.
And if footage like this existed of Mr. X or myself, or how many footages with the police in front of my dad's store did we have to watch over on Fumble Nuts? If anything like this existed with us, it'd be on Friday's show on Fumble Nuts. There is nothing. Still waiting for that interview with Linda Friday, Candace Howard. By the way, anybody see Candace Howard today? Asking for a friend. It's the 20th. It's the 2-year anniversary of her husband getting his head blown off in front of her by her douchebag son. And she's worried about me. Please. Here we go. This is the loss prevention, people. The chick on the right that looks like BJ with a college degree is the loss prevention lady if you're stealing lipstick or trying to do something. And the guy on the left also is the security guy. He's the tech guy that works on the cameras in the little office. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Aspen. I haven't met you, but I'm covering for the undercover today.
She's the undercover.
Okay.
So what happened? What's going on?
By the way, Brandon Havel sent me a text message. He thought this was hilarious. I have text messages from him saying he wanted me to play this. I also have text messages from him that says he doesn't give a fuck. Brandon, you're more than welcome to come up on the panel. You know who everybody, you know who's watching this right now? Two of Betty Hayward's neighbors. Two of them. They're here now. They're watching. That's why I stalled. They're watching. Betty doesn't want her parents to see this. And her parents need to know that this is the guy that was living in their house.
So he selected like 3 items. One's a book bag, a clothing item, and he ticket switched them. So he put like lower dollar barcodes on top of them and went to self-checkout and scanned them for cheaper. It's about like $152.
And you have that on camera and everything?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Got it all on camera. Wow, we got it on camera. Picture's worth 1,000 words. A video's worth 10,000 pictures.
He's been honest about everything so far. He has a California address. He doesn't have his ID on him.
Doesn't have his ID on it, has a California license. But we know, based on Fumble Nuts' show, this is March 13th. He's been there since July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, the beginning of March. He's been there 7 months, and he's stealing backpacks and T-shirts. If he doesn't have a job, where's he living, Belle? Where could he possibly be living?
I know.
Hey, listen, he doesn't have an address. He doesn't have a driver's license. And even if he's hiding where he lives, he's stealing from a Target. And he's not stealing good shit. He's stealing a fucking backpack. Why does he need a school bag? He can't even read.
Hey, Louisiana.
So he said it's in his, apparently. Yeah, he might be.
Okay, he seems like,
I think he said 8. He said he was born at 8.
By the way, Brandon Havel's such a pussy that this chick and this guy, who looks like he couldn't run up a flight of steps, he's so knock-kneed. This chick could kick his ass. They're not even worried about him running. You think they'd be like, listen, officers, he's here. I can't, he's gonna leave. He's 6'4". He said, wait till you see this fucking schlub. I'm gonna tell you who he reminds me of when he's walking. Snuffleupagus.
80s.
oh, okay.
Late
Okay,
30s,
late 30s.
40s.
Oh, he's
I got that in that.
okay.
He's what, sorry?
Over 21.
Oh, 20. Oh, yeah.
You guys did the statement and everything. All that.
I'm writing that now. So I can, while he has it out here, I can finish that up.
Yeah.
He's going to be surprised to see you.
By the way, any of you assholes that want to steal from Target, don't do it, man. They've got security in there like they do in Las Vegas or in Atlantic City. Don't fuck around in there. You want to steal, go to a flea market.
I'm going to see him walking out here in a second.
God.
I kind of like this better. Mr. X, Johnny, and Bob on a panel, on this panel, but I control them. This is kind of cool.
So I'm not in the store, so I don't know if they have like an online document. I work with Claremont PD most of the time. Do you have
She's from Claremont Target, and they know about Brandon Havel over there.
like a written one?
Hello, Marissa. Adele.
Now, there's a little kid in the back on this lady's right in lime green. He was just in the bathroom. He's about 10 years old, okay? And I'm not even joking about this. You see him getting a drink of water? He just came out of the bathroom while his little sisters. Parents out there, anybody, if you've got a 9 or 10-year-old, do not let them get up and go to the bathroom by themselves without a parent. Because you know who's in the bathroom with him? Brendan Havel. And he's in there either getting rid of his drugs or snorting them up before he comes out. This little boy was just in a bathroom with that man.
Yeah, right here.
Now, here comes Brandon Havel. Now, Belle, this is going to be important. I want you to look at his feet. He's wearing the exact same outfit he was wearing when he came into town with Fumble Nuts. Same hat, same T-shirt, same shorts. He's got socks on that look like those compression socks for like swollen feet. His feet are extremely large. He's a bigger man. I'm probably almost as tall as him, but not as heavy. But I'm a little more thickly muscled than he is. I'm in better shape. He's a little bit more like dad body. I'm a little bit harder. Chiseled, I think is the word Belle likes to use. But you can see here that he's got thick ankles. He looks slow, but he's a big guy. And these two assholes aren't even worried about it. Now, let me tell you, and I see something different. Look at the mother and the little girl on the right here. They know their son and their children were just in the bathroom with him, and she is now seeing that there's cops all over the place. She's figuring out that her son was just in the bathroom with a guy that's about to get arrested. Guys, do not let your children under the age of 13 go into restrooms. I see parents there. I'm at a fucking Hooters, and I see drunk guys going into the fucking urinals, and I see parents like, yeah, go ahead, Johnny, go ahead. A kid's 7 years old, he goes in there.
I
Could
know.
be somebody in there. Yeah, there could be somebody in there like, I don't know. Who would we know that would be weird to be in a bathroom with? Toe Jam. Weird to be in a bathroom.
Oh, my God.
Or I'll tell you what, forget Toe Jam. How about, who was the chick that Belle was getting Belle that Watcher was getting catfished by? Tweedledee, her husband? Imagine if he was in there.
Oh, yeah, that lady.
Gorilla Jack. Yeah.
Gorilla Jack. Yeah.
Yeah, your 7-year-old's in a bathroom with Brandon Havel, who just got done fucking snorting lines. Here we go.
What?
He's very hunched over. Look at how much bigger he is than that guy. Brandon Havel's probably about a half an inch taller than I am. You could see he has lost a ton of weight from those of you that remember him from his first video. He's got a juice thing there. He's got his phone. And it was at this moment Brendan knew he fucked up.
Bob, I want the computer.
Guys, don't let Belle go dry. Belle, are you trying to raise enough money to get a computer here? What are we talking about?
Yeah, Crazy Brock put it in there for me. Yeah.
How much money do you have? How much money do you need to raise?
No, I haven't even looked. This is a surprise to me. I didn't know. It was so nice. This was last minute.
How much have you raised, and how much is a computer? And we're not going to get one of those ones like fucking Watcher Crazy fucked up. Fucking dumbass Watcher Crazy goes, we raised $161. She goes to fucking Michelle's house, gets her an iPad. Like Michelle with those fucking bear claws is going to be able to fucking type that shit.
Okay, go ahead.
There is the shopping cart that he was stealing. You can see there's some clothing items in there. There is a backpack in there. Let me show you something, Belle. This is very interesting. This backpack will come into play. So it's not like he was stealing food, right? If he was homeless and he was stealing food, if he had a turkey sandwich in there and some sweats because or a tent because he was living in the woods, no harm, no foul. He's stealing shit that he's either going to resell or return, or shit that he's going to fucking he's a booster. This is his job.
I'm listening. What happened to you? I'm trying to get Bob. Look, I'm negotiating a computer. Hurry up, get back here before my iPad dies.
Here's the deal. Here's the exact backpack he was trying to steal. I own it. It's about $70. I've had this for years. It's a Swiss Army backpack. These things are great. And let me look in the pocket of mine. Oh, there's an Arena Football World title ring in mine. Sorry.
If you could just see yourself right now.
Sorry. All right, let's go. Bye, Belle. Here we go.
Okay.
Give me, Belle. By the way, no outrage. Belle, where are you? Belle's iPad died? Well, I'm sorry to see that. Welcome to Jim Terry TV. I'm your host, 25-year indoor and arena football league veteran. And I am joined by a co-host of mine. On the show right now is a very good friend of mine. Let me bring him. Hey, are you here? Does anybody remember? How are you? Have you seen Brendan Habel? Have you seen the video? Dinosaur, you haven't seen Brendan Habel's video yet? No, I haven't seen the video yet. Really? Well, you're going to like this. He takes a straw that has fentanyl in it and hands it to a cop. It could have killed him. You mean it could have made him extinct? Yes, exactly. Hey, where are you from? Orlando. Great. Now.
Okay. I'm on my phone.
Good. Belle, let's continue.
Yes.
Bringing up these monkeys.
Oh, shit. Oh, God. How do I do this from here? Oh, okay. Hold on.
Well, I'll tell you what. Crazy Brat likes to be a co-host. She can come up here and move it around. There we go.
All right, so you want to tell us what happened, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, just give me a second, because everybody has rights, so I gotta, by policy, I gotta. So you had the right to remain silent. Do you understand?
Yes.
Anything you say might be used against you in court. Do you understand?
Yes.
Am I getting
arrested? You're not under arrest right now.
No.
Am I getting arrested? Well, you stole a shitload of stuff from Target. You've been there half a dozen times. You got drugs on you. No, we're gonna let you go and write you a ticket. It says you're not in Southern California anymore, dickhead. You're not staying at Ruben Sanchez's house. By the way, is he proven he's a legal citizen yet? Asking for a friend.
He does have friends. He does sound nice, though. Really nice guy.
What's that?
He sounds like a nice guy.
Well, Belle, I don't know how many times you've been arrested. I've never been arrested like this, but I can tell you that this is usually the time you don't want to be a dick. So I'm going to guess that the Brandon Habel here with the cops, 3 cops, 2 security officers, and a bag full of stolen shit, is probably going to be on his best behavior.
the right to talk to a lawyer before and during questioning?
Yeah, like he has a fucking lawyer.
Do you understand? Yeah. If you cannot afford a lawyer and want one will be provided for you before questioning without charge. Do you understand?
Yes.
Has anyone threatened you or promised you to do anything to get you to talk to me?
No.
Can I ask you some questions?
Yes.
Okay.
Pause it right here.
So tell me what happened to
Go back a little bit when he's looking at that cop up and down. Johnny, I don't know nothing about drugs. Does he look high there? Or is that how he normally looks? Does he normally talk like this? You've talked to him in person. Is this his normal demeanor? Is he just flubby like this or what? Johnny?
No, he looks different, bro.
He was totally professional.
He was really professional back then, but he looks really high right now.
Belle, I think we're getting some feedback. PZ, what do you
He looks
think?
high.
Wait, Belle,
Okay.
yeah, you might just mute yourself. If you have something to say, then come up. Both of you guys have met him because he's kind of like this. And I mean, is he just, is he scared? Does he look high? Is his eye? By the way, look at my fucking Riddler jacket that I've got on, courtesy of Noodle Salad. Noodle, I absolutely love this jacket. I will be wearing this to Bob's funeral. Thank you. Because he kind of looks at the cop and goes like this. I don't know anything. I don't know shit about this world. He's high?
To me, and he's scared. Both.
So this is not how he acted when he came to your house.
He was right on top of helping us with the cable and helping my friend.
So he wasn't this way when he was at your house. He's talking different.
No.
He's talking different here?
Yeah.
Oh, you have middle name?
See, there's a second Jim Terry, Jim, that just came up.
Yeah, that's me. I wanna move some things around. That's me. Yeah, I wanna move some things around. That's me.
Joseph, Joseph, and then heavily HEV like Victor LE.
By the way, everybody, you got to wonder why they have 3 cops in a room with this guy. He's a repeat offender.
E-L.
Okay, he's licking his lips there and shit. I mean, there's some twitchy shit here. Maybe he's just nervous. Johnny, what do you think? Bob, what do you think?
Oh, he's nervous for sure. Definitely.
Yeah, I think he's got cotton mouth. That's why he keeps on licking his lips.
Hey, X, did you spell his last name wrong on purpose?
No, I didn't. I don't even know how to. Is it LE?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Johnny, you said he looks like he had a cock in his mouth. What did you say?
No, cotton mouth.
A cock in his mouth. You think he's gay?
Because he keeps on licking. No, cotton mouth. He's dehydrated.
Okay, he so he puts a cock in his mouth with cotton. What does that do? Absorb the load?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know enough about
another thing too. I mean, he never says where his car is. He just says, you know, this is not like that cop said. This ain't your first rodeo. You know,
he's got keys on him. He's for sure got keys on him. You see it here in this one a lot better. Here you go.
If I remember correctly, his brother told us his car was already blown up on the side of the road. He's got keys. The car might be able to be moved, but I don't think the car was working. And here's the other thing, too, is, by the way, just to let everybody know, we've had some people make the leap. Can you hear me, Belle?
Yes, I can hear you.
In one of the shots of Brandon Habel getting his pockets searched by the cops, they pull out a key fob. A lot of people do not think that key fob matches the white truck. They believe that those are either Betty Hayward's car keys because they never go to the car. A lot of people believe that he either walked here because at this point his brother has told us when we interviewed his brother that his car was already toasted, or that he drove Betty's car up there and Betty had another set of keys. So maybe Betty is sitting in a car and those keys aren't to that car, or those keys might be to a car that was hers that's in a parking lot. They never go to the car, which is extremely bizarre to me. And I personally believe, because we've had a lot of people look into this, I personally believe that he walked there from Betty's house. And he had his keys in his pocket and he had his truck there. I think he walked there. Either that or Betty took him there, and when he was in the bathroom, he told her to get the fuck out of there because he got pinched. She's not far behind here. By the way, this night, Betty Hayward was on Twin Mama's show about 6 hours later. Johnny, was this the same house? The car might be able to be moved, but I don't think the car was working. And here's the other thing, too, is, Johnny, was this the same outfit he wore when he came to your house? The same thing, socks, shorts, T-shirt, hat, same hat. Is this?
No, he was wearing jeans.
You've been working.
He was working when he came.
It's very bizarre because the one question is, what the fuck is the guy with the red hair and the green shirt, that cop and that lady doing? And what happens once Brandon Habel leaves? That's where things get even more interesting, because I think that cop there works with that store and might have been on to this from a while ago. You'll see. I don't think this cop in the background there, because they even say, are you going to take this? Are you going to take this? Who's going to take this? I think this cop in the background, there, because they even say, are you going to take this? Are you going to take this? Who's going to take this? I think this cop in the background is real interested in the history of this guy. We'll get to that and you're not going to believe what pops up. So go ahead.
Oh, sorry, you got it with LE, yeah. Driver's license number? Mm-hmm. It's a B as in boy, 7203217.
Here it comes right here. This is the most bizarre part.
Yeah, that's it.
3217?
Yes.
As he's writing it down, look what pops up right here. Bob Farrell's photo is somehow made its way into this body cam footage. Bob, you have some explaining to do. This was not redacted. I guess the cop is holding up your picture and wants to know if you sent him in there.
I plead the fifth.
What's your date of birth?
5/10/80.
All right.
5'10" douchebag.
What's the group?
I got the money for his birthday to buy.
702 785.
He is not a healthy guy.
4800.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. So just finish it.
I like when the cop gives him a little lecture.
No, we're taking this. No, but I mean, like, yeah, if you don't mind. No, if you want to.
I gotta work at 4 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah, if you don't mind. No, if you wanna,
I mean, what kind of fucking asshole is getting arrested for stealing from a Target and tells the cops to hurry up because he's got to get to work? So here's where they start arresting him. I could have put those cuffs like Sugar Plum was better at using those cuffs. And Bob, here's where things get real strange. All of a sudden, big ups is involved. These here, big ups is here.
Feisty.
I can't promise you. I don't.
No, I know.
Yeah,
What is that thing, Bob? What the fuck is that thing? A key?
That locks them, that unlocks them, and it locks them also. I'm able to put a finger in between the cuff and the arm.
Bob, what are those socks? Are those like your socks? Are those diabetics? I mean, look at how thick his ankles are for a guy. Now, Belle, a lot of people believe that even Eric Foss said this, he either has diabetes or heart failure. Something's going on because he's wearing these socks. He never wears shoes. He probably has swollen feet. Feet look swollen. What can socks like that mean?
Congestive heart failure, or circulation, which is the heart. I think it would be for fluid, and that's the circulation. I don't know. I don't know what his diagnoses are.
Well, it's weird that a guy always wears this. I mean, there's something going on with his feet. Also, here on his elbow, on the side of his elbow, is this lesion, this sort of confusion right here. It's kind of odd as well. What I've been trying to look at, if he had any track marks on his arms, and I couldn't tell.
Oh, okay.
I know they're weird looking socks. My socks aren't like that.
And his feet are real flat. I think he's just got bad feet and circulation.
I mean, those shorts or whatever the hell he's wearing, Jesus Christ. He's a real fashion designer.
And he's got that lump on next to his elbows. A fucking lump.
Yeah,
I'm looking at fucking track marks.
If it's something not obvious, you let them know.
Yeah, that locks them so they don't move.
Sugar Plum has done the same tactic on many black men on Thursday and Friday night. Has done the same tactic on many black men on Thursday. Smoke. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move it to here. Let me do this right here. I'm trying to get it right to the area, Belle. Give me a second here. You still there, Belle?
Yeah. No, I'm muted, so I don't.
I think that was Lambrou was right there. Now you can see right there, that girl right there. You know who that is? Walking in?
No.
You don't recognize her?
I can't see. The phone is small.
That's JD Jennings. Oh, there's JD Jennings.
Is that really?
No, Belle. Try to stay with
me. I'm sorry.
Now they haven't searched him yet. Get him out.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Right here. I'm gonna search you, all right? Over here. Just press for your
I
legs.
wonder if Fumblenuts is going to be replaying this over and over again.
Yeah, hey, by the way, Fumblenuts, if you want to use this video on your show Friday, you're more than welcome to. We will not strike you for this. Watcher, if you would like to also use this footage, especially this part right here, to go over it, maybe, you know, based on your drug history, you can tell people what's going on here. Now they're searching them, Belle. Are you still with me?
I'm with you.
Here we go. Now, the cops don't have gloves on. This is insane to me.
What do we got here? Smoke.
He hands it to the other cop. There it is, Belle. We see it for the first time. From what Eric Foss says, this is called a tutor. It's right here with the pack of cigarettes. Here it comes. The cop is pissed.
So what are you doing? So we're touching this. Please tell me if this is like fentanyl.
Yeah. It is? Yeah.
Is it fentanyl? He says, uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Let's rewind it.
So what are you doing? So we're touching this. Please tell me if this is like fentanyl.
Yeah. It is? Yeah.
He just admitted it.
Now, we've got the camera angle of the cop that asked him if it's fentanyl, too. This is all on JimTerryTV.com. We're not going to show every angle. And you can see Brandon look at him and say, yeah, it's fentanyl.
Do you have anything?
Hold on, pause it. Why?
Because when he took it out of his pocket, he should have looked at it and realized there's something wrong here.
Why would he go through his pockets without gloves?
Well, yeah, most of the time, like you say, well, he's a new guy, but most cops wear them today.
How about the other cop grabbed it? He's not. None of them were wearing gloves, Bob.
I know.
Where's the wristman? Fuck.
All right, here's an important part coming up, Jim. You can see that he does have keys on him. It's much clearer in this view here.
No.
Pause it when they're shown. See what kind of car it is.
Looks like a key fob.
Bob, do you have any tattoos, Bob?
No.
There you go, Jim.
It's a key fob, a lighter, and then some keys.
Keep going, Mr. X. Let me get a little cleaner shot of him.
I think Betty Hayward's playing.
Yeah, I think it's this Bengali on it. We're trying to get a good angle of the keys here.
I think it says organic matter on it.
Marzi, somehow, her picture ends up in this police cam footage here. I don't know how. There is Marzi. I don't know what happened to Marzi. She has a lesion on the side of her face. She's watching this like a guardian angel. I think she was part of the defense team.
Here comes my favorite part, Jim.
No. No. No.
Here comes my favorite part, Jim.
No. No. No.
You're snorting something, so I just want to make sure that I'm okay.
You're
Watch when he asks if he's going to be late for work. They shut the door.
Wait, get out there.
He goes, what's going to happen to me? Slams the door in his face. Here it is again.
That's my favorite part.
Okay.
You're lucky it's safe. Wait, get out there.
You have the other one in the hat. Lighters don't go, so throw that away.
Get some gloves on and let's look in the cigarette pack.
Yeah, get some gloves on.
Gotta put some selfie out.
Yeah, that you can do whatever you got.
What kind of smokes are those? I gotta get some of those.
Like Marlboro 100s or something like that.
Marlboro. Marlboro Smooth.
Just the whole thing out there.
What does that mean, Johnny? How much to get some of those?
Like Marlboro 100s or something like that.
Marlboro. Marlboro Smooth.
Just the whole thing out
Fucking
What does that mean, Johnny? How much
Marlboro
are those?
Smooth. They're like $12 a pack.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just throw it all away. Just throw it all away. They don't know.
Not in New York.
There's the pipe or whatever. There it is, Belle. You see the tutor, the snort thing he had with fentanyl in it? Those cops, if they touch fentanyl, they could die.
Yes.
He didn't even tell them he had that. So a lot. Look, there it is.
I can't believe they threw that.
There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, now you're telling me Betty Hayward doesn't know that this guy's doing this? He was now the other camera angle from the people that were in there basically say that he's been doing this all over town, but mostly in that area, and that 2 weeks prior he was caught at a Walmart, but they let him go, and that his credit card shows that he has been doing this there for months. Absolutely for months. So Betty knew he was doing it. Betty 100% knew he was doing this. There is his drug paraphernalia, and they actually ended up throwing it away right in the garbage.
Yeah, you could see it. Okay, good. Where I was wondering where I was. I couldn't even see myself. I mean, I know why. Yeah, you watch the video and it's totally fine. I am so happy that I got to see that video. Maybe unpopular to you, Jim, but I'm happy to see it. I was not even watching it and having pipe in mind. I know you were narrating and, you know, there was a lot of funny fucking things, but it made me really see, like, he's a really fucking, I could just tell he's a good guy. He has a good heart and he's in, I feel compassion. And I would have I've never met him before, anything, if I didn't see this. And I just see somebody really struggling and it breaks my heart to see it, you know, and that could be anybody. That's it. I feel bad. I hope that he could get his stuff together because he has a whole life ahead of him. I don't know how old he is, but, you know.
He was born in 1980, so he's 44, 45. But let me ask you this. Do you believe Betty Hayward knew this happened?
Oh, yeah, of course. But she's not going to come running out on YouTube. Hey, let me tell you.
She told Foss about it. Let me ask you this. Do you think other people other than Betty knew about it? Laying pipe. Do you think Ruben, they all knew about it?
Sure.
Where do you think he was living from the time he was there in July and the time he got arrested in March?
Well, my opinion was with Betty. That's what I had always thought.
Yeah. What do you think now?
Yeah. Wait, what?
Now, let's say that he was living with Betty.
Right.
We've heard the interview with his brother. We've heard the interview with Betty's neighbor. Okay. It's 100. He was there. He was living with her. Her family doesn't know. She doesn't want her parents to know.
Okay.
You believe he was hiding that from Betty and she had no idea either previously while living with her or that he had a drug problem? Do you think he hid it from her?
No.
Why not?
You can't. And when you're living together, it's inevitable. She's not a stupid young woman. She's going to know what the fuck is going on.
So she allowed him to do those drugs in her house and go and steal? Or do you think she was doing the drugs with him? Let's not forget that her first 2 husbands were stone cold drug addicts. Her current boyfriend, who's in prison, is a drug addict. She's been busted with this. Her best friend's mom was killed. I mean, she's got a life of drugs. Her neighbors all have the same story about drugs. And even if drugs aren't an issue, okay, she didn't tell anybody about this, so she's hiding it. My question is, and they're not going to talk about it. Notice she was in here now.
No.
Yeah. So do you believe she was doing drugs with him, or was, you know, he was going out there making money so they could do drugs? Let's not forget there was also a story where she had this couple that she was supposed to buy drugs off of. Let's not forget Arizona Traveler. Let's not forget Repo Man. Let's not forget that he had that on him. He was living with her at the time. Do you think she was totally oblivious to all this, or do you think she was doing the drugs right along with it?
Okay, I really haven't looked at her much or seen her, but when I have, she looks healthy. Now, I'm not saying she definitely knew that he was doing it. I just don't feel, I feel like she's had, because she looks, again, very healthy. When she was in deep in it, you could see the difference in her face. It was not healthy. Would I say that she has, fell off the wagon at times? Absolutely 100%, just like I have. Yeah.
You don't think he moved all the way across the country to be with her? His brother said he moves with low quality people. You don't think she was doing drugs with him the whole 8 months he was with her?
I don't, Jim, for something in me, I don't know why. That I don't think. I really, not saying that there weren't moments she didn't, but I don't think was full-fledged with him. And that's what brought me to my statement when I said I thought that possibly that maybe they weren't dating and she was trying to help a friend who overstayed their welcome and she couldn't deal with all the drug use. That doesn't make her a bad person. She has to self-preserve. But no, I don't know why. I just do not feel
Southern Sweetness, not to interrupt you, Belle. Southern Sweetness, you're right. She uses massive fillers. Her photos all have filters. Yes, she uses filters 100%. She stays behind those filters. You're right. A lot of there's lighting and stuff where you could look at it differently. So, listen, she's wearing wigs, she's fake with makeup. I have a feeling if you saw Betty without the wig, without the makeup and all that, I have a feeling she was a lot closer to that original picture.
But her skin is so clear. When we see her mugshot,
no foundation. She's not wearing foundation.
You would see those bumps. You would see them, and clearly in the mugshot, you could see them. There is no makeup. Her skin is smooth. I don't know. I don't even have that gut feeling. I don't know. And I could be completely.
I don't know what fentanyl does to you as opposed to meth. Meth might give you pockmarks. Is fentanyl different?
Possibly. I'm not an expert.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And said doing meth and doing fentanyl are different reactions on your skin.
Okay. I feel bad too because I still don't believe she was, but it's in the air. I don't know how you live with that. That's scary. Like it's just in the air. Like they're telling us at the doctors, like a little piece of salt could kill somebody. And it's really, really scary. When I was in rehab and we had my friend there, and he was doing, my God, so much of it. And I was like, how is he not dead? And he was young. But I've answered all of your questions, whatever questions you have. That I'm just giving my opinions and really 1,000% what I feel. But I have a lot of, I really have a lot of compassion. I'm going to say young man. I'm assuming he's way younger than me, but if he's in his 40s, he's not young man. That's just really lost. And I really, and you could tell he's nice. You could see the heart right there. Just the way he sounded, the way he spoke. Very like God, I don't know. I don't know. And he don't want that to be his life. And I really hope that, maybe he could go away someplace and just, yeah, again, too much life ahead. So I have sympathy towards it, but I get what you're saying. And yes, I do believe she knew. Yes.
Here's my thing, and Belle, we're getting feedback when I talk on your end. So when I talk, if you can mute and then unmute, and then I'll be quiet. Okay, there we go. So that's how we'll take care of it. Here's what I believe. Not that anybody asked, but I'm going to tell you. I think Betty looked for these type of people. I think Betty realized pretty quick Jim, Terry, and Mr. X were not drug addicts. It was one of the reasons she didn't want to be with us anymore. She was finding those type of people, and it was only a matter of time before we found out about the nudes and about the drugs and all that. At that point, Arizona Traveler was already getting jealous. Equalizer was already getting jealous. Easy Now 90 was getting nudes. Repo Man, who didn't like us, was getting them and all this shit. She knew that sooner or later we were going to ask her about this on the show. She was also terrified of Kaylee and of Fumble Nuts. She told us that on many occasions. She figured it would be easier to be with them than with us. I think she did that. She lied about helping some lady in Wiki Wachi. She knew we were going to find out more about that guy in prison. It was a house of cards that was going to fall apart had she stayed with us. They would have went after her like they've gone after Marzi, you, Belle, Bob, anybody. And it was getting worse and worse. It was a new group of people. It wasn't just Salty and a couple of whack jobs like Hotspot. Now it's Fumble Nuts and Kaylee, and they live in her area. I think she's gone through a lot of these guys. I do believe what Ty Corbin told me, that Arizona's Traveler sent her meth through the mail. I believe that, 100%. Everything people have said is lined up. I think that Laying Pipe was a junkie. I think Ruben, when he lived with him, knew that. I think Ruben is also a junkie. I think that Fumble Nuts is a junkie. I mean, he was busted for it. That doesn't just go away because you get a job as a welder. I think, in my opinion, Watcher of Crazy messes with stuff outside of marijuana. I believe she does. I know she has, and I think she still does. I know for a fact Kaylee did, and always has. It's a matter of time before one of these people die. See, they always say, oh, you're going to make somebody commit suicide. These people are killing themselves. I think that he found that he had to get out of California. He had to get out of Las Vegas. Fumble Nuts, Kaylee, Betty, and all them were in that Orlando area, and he went out there and he met with them. And Fumble Nuts, that's my boy. Now, let's forget about the fact that the bondsman said in looking him up through their private investigating tools and their repo tools that he had been using Fumble Nuts' address. Let's forget after the arrest that the repo guy looking for one of his new vehicles went across the street with the neighbor, and Betty with her father at the front door said, Dad, he's not here. He's in Bartow. Let's forget all that. Right now, Laying Pipe is being cared for by or is using Fumble Nuts. There's no doubt about it. He won't even discuss this because he's working with him. And I think that he's helping him or enabling him. I think that Betty had this guy come. I think she knew that this guy would get her drugs. She knew that this guy and her could enable each other. And now she's got somebody that can go out, can work. She knows from the internet. She never leaves her house. Her neighbor said that. Where's she going to meet somebody other than a situation like this? She still talks to Equalizer. She still talks to all these people. This is her avenue to get drugs into the outside world without having to leave the house. And she's okay looking enough to get a douchebag like this to come all the way across the country. A guy like Foss to come. No secret, Foss is in her area too now. What a fucking coincidence. So now he comes out there and they're doing drugs. Now we know from talking to his brother, who's very successful, has no criminal record, Laying Pipe's brother, that several times when he first got out there, he would call home and ask his brother for $200, $500. Why? Because him and Betty were out of money. They were out of money. His brother said they had no idea where he was staying, but based on what he had told his brothers, he was staying with the woman in Orlando. His brothers aren't on YouTube. I think they did drugs and she did those shows. And I think the reason she didn't want anybody to know that Layan Pipe was living with her was not because of me or Mr. X. It was not because of you. It wasn't because we were going to make fun of her. It's for two reasons. She didn't want her parents to know, and she didn't want all the men she sent nudes to that send her $50, $100, $30, $20, $15, $50. Her and Eric Foss are the same person. He just spent time in prison. They lived the same life. So the reason she didn't want anybody to know that Layan Pipe was her boyfriend and really living with her, hey, here he is because she has to keep the charade up for all the other men that trickle in money to her. And I think that guy was doing what he did to try to gain some more money, to get more drugs. She won't leave the house, and he got pinched. In the other videos, the one cop says he's been doing this about 15 times. He had a tag that was from another item, and he would ring stuff up and go, doot, 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 so they can see that he bought cereal 50 times in the last 3 weeks. And every time he did, he walked out of the store with a backpack or a sweatshirt or sporting goods or food. Not the same thing. Oh, that's how they know they caught him. I can't believe they didn't charge him with the other thefts. And if that isn't enough, he didn't even think enough to take the pipe or the fucking tutor out of his pocket. That's how normal it is for him. And by the way, instead of hightailing it the fuck out of there with those two security guards, which is what I would have done, he went in the bathroom and either got rid of his drugs or got high on his drugs before they came. And if that's not enough, where's his truck? How'd he get there? Let me tell you something we've never told anybody out in the YouTube world. There are phone calls from him out of prison, out of jail. We don't know who they're to yet. Right now, Betty Hayward, if he called you while he was in jail, now's the time you should probably tell us. Because on Monday, we get the request to get those phone calls from him in jail. What do you want to bet in the state of Florida? You know those calls are public. That he made a call to Betty. See, this is far from over.
I have to ask, what is your serious hard-on for Betty? Like, and Pipe? Like, what? I know you guys went through shit back when, but I thought enough of time. Now, don't get me wrong. I know she was with Fumble and still after you and all that stuff. But, like, it's like you have like such anger. I don't understand. You know what I mean?
Great question. Ready for me to answer it? It's on.
Oh, yeah, I'm you.
It's on several fold. It's different with her than Miss T. It's different with her than Gay Robbie. It's different with her than any of the other haters. And I'm going to tell you why. She will have people believe that we had crushes on her, that we wanted her, that we're jealous. It has nothing to do with that. We had a very successful, extremely strong, early on product. And all the while we trusted her, she was sending nudes to our clients. All the while she was co-conspirating with these people to behind closed doors. How many times on my early shows did I say, I don't want you people communicating with each other off the air? Because it always leads to fights. Look at Girl Ryan and Stage Tech. Look at Marzi Girl and BJ. Look at Gay Steve and Marzi. Look at me and some of the people I've met. It never, ever works out. And she was going behind the scenes, and we've had some of those people cross the picket line and tell us the story. But here is my entire first season and a half of Jim Terry TV on this flash drive bullshit thing. Okay? It's all on there. And there's shows I haven't seen in 3 years. And now we have it all. We've always had it all. The reason is, number one, she continues to say we're lying. She continues to go on other shows and keep this thing rolling. If she was honest and not only that, she had our footage. Isn't it interesting on our show where we said, hey, Betty, turn over all our footage you have. I don't have it. It's gone. I don't know where it is. But now she can do videos of footage that only exists on this drive. But all of a sudden she can pull it up because she has it. Forget the fact that she tried to compromise what we were doing. We had a full-blown drug addict on our show conspiring with people that were fans of our show to send her drugs through the mail. There's a fucking million reasons that we won't let this go. Now, if she was willing to come out and say, listen, I'm not going to talk about them again. I'm not going to discuss anything with them again. I'm not going to do anything behind the scenes with them again. I'm not going to lie about them again and just let it go. We would never bring her name up again. When was the last time we did a show on, what's that fucking chick's name? The Mud Shark. The chick that had the midget kid. Not Miss T.
I don't remember.
Oh, come on in the chat. Help me out. What was that girl's name? She was a mod for me at the very beginning.
Oh, I know who. Yeah, I don't remember her name though, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. When was the last time you heard us talk about her? Do a show.
Diva Puss.
Diva Puss. When was the last time we checked in the Diva Puss? Never. Why? She's not going after us. She's not going on shows and making things up and making videos to put out there to defame us. The only thing Betty hasn't done is shut the fuck up and leave us alone. So as long as she does that to us, we will continue to prove. This isn't me going into Orlando. This isn't me at her house. I didn't show up to her parents like her fucking buddy who she was on a show with for over a year showed up at my father's business. This is me showing that a guy we all know was living with her. And by the way, she said it wasn't true. Her neighbors say it was. This isn't me telling you. I'm not stalking anybody. We are defending our brand. We are defending our reputations. We are documenting. And we are proving that what we said in time, all 100% comes. When was the last time we did a show on Dylan Rounds? We don't need to. They've left us alone. He was proven to be gay, and I was 100% vindicated. We will reference him because he's in the memory of what we've done. It is a part of what we were. But if Betty would have played this right, like Homegrown Cowboy should, let's not forget, the only difference between Homegrown Cowboy and Betty Hayward with the way they played it with us is Homegrown Cowboy didn't have footage of ours. And he's not going on hate channels. He hasn't done what she's done yet. He's not that bad. She kept saving face because in order to survive, she had to keep going after us. She had to keep going after us to keep money rolling in from the people that hate her. Because if she went off and did a show, let's say, about plants. Hey, let me ask you this, Belle. You watch some of these shows, but you're not into it like everybody else. What was your favorite episode on Lacey H's Plant Channel?
What was what? My favorite?
Yeah, what was your favorite episode on Lacey H? What was the most recent plant video she did?
Oh, I don't know, but I love.
You know why? Because it's not about us. But everybody remembers Lacey H in the chats and in the show. Nobody gives a fuck. Because if Betty went on and did a show about anybody else, she would be as obscure as she was before we were around. Nobody knew.
You set me in that trap. I do watch her plant videos. Yeah. But I got what you're saying. I got your point. I was going to say to you, as you were speaking from, way back when, saying, okay, like, when are you going to let go of the pictures? Okay, when are you going to let go that she had your stuff? Clearly, at the time, I understand not letting it go because she was damaging or doing whatever. But you succeeded, you moved on, so why don't you let it go? But the minute you said, And I have to say, yeah, I've seen a lot of videos about you.
Oh,
and
she's a band creator. Here's the deal. Here, well, let's.
But you do a lot about her, so I was just curious. Like it'll never end because
listen, she controls it. She controls it. We're not threatening her. All I'm doing is showing you a body cam footage of a guy that the last time we saw him on camera was in a backseat of a car hugged up with her, and she's saying it's not true. The more she lies, we have to defend what we're saying because we don't want to look like we're making shit up. Am I making it up that Laying the Pipe does drugs? What has to happen for Betty Hayward for everybody to know that she does drugs? So that's a great question, and I'll end it with this. She can, and this is my opinion because you asked me. I would think if she wanted us never to talk about her again, she would tell the truth and leave us the fuck alone. But there's no money or views in leaving us alone, is there, for these people?
And is it because she didn't want to put her private business and say, yeah, Pipe's staying with me? That no. But you're saying that's what she has to admit? Why is that?
No, she doesn't have to. I'll tell you what, she has been crushed again. It would be best if listen, there's no way she can't not bring this up now. If she goes on Twin Mamas in a day or two and goes, he's so stupid. Everything he does is lie. He's so immature. He doesn't do this and he doesn't do that. And their show's this and they're lying and I didn't do this. And they made it up and everybody knows it. That's what she's going to do. My advice for her is shut the fuck up. Just don't talk about us anymore. Leave us alone. We will see what her response is to this. If she goes on Twin Mamas and lies and says he was never here, I'm making it up, nobody is stalking her. Nobody. No, but we are not doing anything to her that her and her people haven't done to us. We're just better at it. Her best bet is just not to mention us. If Twin Mama goes, did you see Jim Terry? Listen, I don't want to talk about him. Why would we continue beyond that point? We wouldn't.
Okay. Valid point. Yeah, I don't think neither one of yous could. She's gonna, answer back.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for answering it. I just was like, I didn't understand, like, all the,
When was the last time we did a show about Doug Hutton?
Oh, God.
When's the last time we did a show about Doug?
Right,
Never. He doesn't talk about us. When's the last time we did a show on salty pancakes?
Right. All right, so I get it. Just a vicious cycle, unfortunately. But
not for us.
Sure...
Go out there and lie. We'll just continue to show videos.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And not one person. Notice when you showed that, all those people that were here yesterday have disappeared. Where's Arkansas? Where's all those haters that were in the chat? No, they're watching. They just don't want people to know they're watching. And right. if you think, and this is the last thing I'll say, if you think that Laying Pipe right now is any different than Danielle, you're fucking mistaken. If you think he's any different than Arkansas, you're sadly mistaken. If you think he's any different than any of those people, you're sadly mistaken. Hey, Arkansas, I know you know Betty pretty well. Was he living with her? Yeah.
Hey, Southern Sweetness.
Hey, Arkansas. Yeah. Hey, Arkansas, that tutor he had, what's that for? Asking for a friend. So I'll tell you what, if she doesn't fuck with us anymore, I won't look into the phone calls.
Fair.
I don't have to go on. Listen, we would much rather talk about other stuff.
Yeah, it's been a long time. You actually, the way you did the video and everything was so good. Oh my God, some of the pictures. But you know how I feel about Kaylee. Like, leave her alone. But that was funny. But I like the way it was laid out and everything. I'm glad to see it. Thank you for showing it to me.
Yes. All right, I'll let you go. Thank you, Belle.
All right, have a good night. All right, everybody. I'm gonna go. Thank you so much. And I hope you all have a wonderful night. Thank you for the cash apps. I'll look to see if there's more, and I'll make sure I thank everybody. And I hope you enjoyed the show. All right, see you soon. Mwah. End, right? Yep.